Yeah. Bag it up in the trap, we bag it up. If yo bitch in the cut, I'ma bag it up. My wrist on walk, cause my bag is up. If he try and violate, we gon' tag him up. I can see the hate, got him mad as fuck, never satisfied. Need a crib by the lake with a bad chick. If she got cake, she'll back it up. I got no time to parlay, unless it's big checks or parlays. I've been bricked, it's not far away. Light the spliff and I stargaze. Consultation with the constellations. They said the world was in a dark phase. It got me desperado for protection. Carry big strap in a guitar case. She ain't a slave to the bands, even though they make her dance. He ain't a slave to the check, but wouldn't hesitate to take advance. See me, I need my independence. I ain't signing deals or shaking hands, unless it's record distribution. I got major plans to expand. All I know is make a bag, spend some dough and make it back, make it stack. Flashback of being broke, seeing smoke, blossom from a seed of hope, a tree of dope, and I'm soaking it absolutely the most of all my vehicles. I need to see my full potential. See, I broke my pencil, even though my temple's free of pressure. I don't need the extras, I'ma bag it up in the trap, we bag it up. If yo bitch in the cut, I'ma bag it up. My wrist on walk, cause my bag is up. If he try violate, we gon' tag him up. I can see the hate, got him mad as fuck, never satisfied. Need a crib by the lake, got a bad chick. If she got cake, she'll back it up. What? Bag it up in the trap, we bag it up. If yo bitch in the cut, I'ma bag it up. My wrist on walk, cause my bag is up. If he try violate, we gon' tag him up. I can see the hate, got him mad as fuck, never satisfied. Need a crib by the lake, got a bad chick. If she got cake, she'll back it up. Word.
Yes, sir. 1 second. What the fuck? There you go. There you go.
Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me.
Yo, I need to see him get active. This nigga looks like the demon they said he was. Like, I love One Piece so much for its zany, over the top designs of characters and all the things that they do. But sometimes you just gotta make a traditionally raw character design. This is it. I know he looks janky, so I'm gonna find one of those other pictures. But yo, I'm here for Rocket Xebec, dog. I need to see him and Loki get active. I'm so excited, bro. Like, I just did not see that coming. This man smoked an admiral. He's not even technically the captain yet. Yo, stop playing with him. He's a demon. He's a demon. I know fake demons. I know real demons. This a real demon. This ain't no fake demon. We are about to eat. We are about to cook. And I'm genuinely shocked they told us this was Blackbeard's dad. Like, straight up like that. Like, and it poses a lot of questions. Like, was Whitebeard at all aware of this? Having been... Could you argue that Whitebeard was Xebec's right hand? Could you make that argument? You think that's fair or no? Like... Shiki seems to be there early too, so you almost want to say like they could have been the wings, and then they went off to do their own thing because Whitebeard, Shiki, and Roger were kind of the leaders of their era, so to speak, from the pirate side, and it took the combination of the Roger pirates plus Garp and whatever military crew he brought, and I'm aware that Garling was there and whatnot, but it's like, what's up, Blizzard? This is insane, dog. This is insane. I needed this hype. Cause I'm not gonna lie to you. First of all, I wish I live reacted to this. I do. I wish someone told me like, yo, no matter what you do, you better live react. I think it was so obvious by the looks that there was no point of hiring them with Blackbeard. I don't deny that. But even when something is very obvious, Oda would hold off a lot of the time and not give you a concrete answer. And Oda forgets to do things sometimes. Somebody asked him in SBS, what's Kid's devil fruit? He's like, I didn't reveal that in the story. My bad. Jiki Jiki no Mi. Like, I thought I told you niggas this. Like, I completely forgot. So, like, even though it was obvious, I was surprised. And I guess I just didn't expect Xebec to be revealed this early, but I gotta see him get active, man. I'm not a believer of Roger being a fraud in any capacity. I got a lot of respect for Roger, but like I almost see Xebec as the opposite side of Roger, wanting to be king of the world, absolute menace, no unity in his crew. If you're strong, you can come through. Y'all can kill each other, bitch and whine, and do whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a damn. I'm here to rule. I'm here to conquer. Whereas Roger's more in that traditional, like, yo, my crew is my family, my friends, my nakama. I care more about freedom and understanding the truth of the world, and became Pirate King, kind of like I skirted destiny. Like I came here to Laugh Tale 20 years early, and Xebec is all. He's just a demon, bro. He's a demon. He's a demon. What's up? Your Blackbeard is the reincarnation of rock theories. Would have ran rampant if Oda didn't spell it out. That's fair. Xebec all-time GOAT, my king. I'm already a fan, bro. I know I'm dick riding, but I'm already a fan, bro. I'm sorry.
But the Shiga
Yes, sir. Ah! He's a demon. I know fake demons when I see one. That's not a fake demon. He's a problem. He's stabbing kids. He's stabbing giants. He don't give a fuck.
Yo, this is the most hype I've heard this nigga Naya about One Piece in years.
I was hyped when the Egghead stuff kind of started. Then they lost me a little bit. Then I came full circle. And I've been enjoying Elbaf for the most part. But I got mad at Oda because I was saying just now, I got mad at him because he's like flashback. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm never going to see Loki get active, bro. I'm never going to see it. But I actually like the shit that I was getting with King Harold and everything like that. And then this chapter, I said, dog, he smoked an admiral. He doesn't even technically really have the Rocks Pirates formed for real yet. He came and said, I only want to hear yes twice. Is this what if you were on Egghead? What am I supposed to say? This is Elbaf? No, it's not. He said, tell me yes, this is Elbaf, and tell me King Harold is here. King Harold is never here, my nigga. Like, what do you want me to do? Niggas always out there trying to politic. Oh, my Lord. Nah, man.
As far as introductions, though, like, this was one of the more simpler ones.
But effective.
And it's one of the best. It's just one of them.
But effective. And I was saying, I appreciate Oda cutting the bullshit. Like, this is Teacher's dad. Like, forget the mystery. Don't theorize. This is Blackbeard's dad. And I'm like, it's not that I didn't think that was obvious or the greatest, like, or like the most, like, you know, the likelihood of that was true. I'm more so like, I find sometimes Oda can't forget he did or didn't do something. Or even though it seems obvious, he won't point it out until he's ready in the story. So I'm like, I like that he just said, like, yo, this is the future captain of the Rock Pirates. Smoked an admiral. And it's a teacher's dad. I said, you have the same nose. Y'all have the same exact nose. Like pointy.
Same jawline.
Yeah.
Same fucking beard.
But Blackbeard is fat. You weren't there to discipline his eating. It's a problem. He's fat. He's not fast. He's a chungus. But listen, I still rock with Teach. You know me. I know you don't. But I'm here. I'm here for it. Roger versus Xebec being the old gen, Luffy versus Blackbeard becomes more and more obvious as time goes on. Oda basically beating us in the head with these parallels. Yeah, but they're good ones though. They're good parallels. Let me ask you this: do you think it's fair to say that I guess while Rocks was around and in charge and in a manner of speaking, running the ocean, if you will, is it fair to call Whitebeard his right hand? Even though Whitebeard wasn't like, I do your bidding, but anytime Xebec is walking somewhere, you see Whitebeard in tandem following behind him. You think that's fair to say, or would you describe it differently?
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. I think Whitebeard's time was like right around the time when he met Odin.
Okay.
So this is like clearly like what, 10, 15 years before that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he probably wasn't developed enough yet. And then like a couple years later, after like Kaido and Big Mom, that's when he started getting stronger.
Mm-hmm. Cause
You
like
know, Kaido and Big Mom, they didn't peak till way later.
that's true. Well, I guess Big Mom, you could say. I almost want to say she overperformed as a child when she was going through her first like major hunger pang, where she was able to take out one of the oldest giants, and then maybe plateaued or went back to baseline, and then slowly built. Is that fair to say? Because she did, as a child, defeat one of the strongest or at least oldest giants.
I mean, it is, but at the same time, like she was a child, so I don't think they took her all the way seriously until it was too late.
That's fair. That's totally fair. When Xebec told Whitebeard to shut the fuck up, I knew he was that nigga. Oh my goodness, bro. I just find like I think what is super interesting to me about this is just how different a lot of the absolute legends of the eras really came up. Like you kind of cut your teeth against the Rock Pirates and the individual members in there. And when he lost in God Valley to Garp and his Marines and Roger and his crew, then you took the captain mantle. Whereas Roger was always like, I'm running the ship. I don't know what I'm doing. Yo, Rayleigh, come turn the world on his head with me. He's like, who the fuck are you? Who's your bitch ass straw hat? I don't know you. Don't talk to me. Like, like, and like, I really find that so intriguing that a lot of those guys started off with rocks, and I think that like, as much as I don't know that Oda had this plan from the beginning, I actually think this is one of those really good inserts that he added that actually elevate the intrigue of the overall story. What's up, Wellspring? What's going on? I'm fascinated. I'm ready to see it. I could even wait on Loki now. Like, all right, Loki, you can get active when we go back to present. But let me see Xebec do something. Like, it took Roger and Garp to stop him. This was like Roger's first original rival, and I believe it. Look at him. That's not a like I said, that's not a fake demon, bro. Rahab from Tower of God, fake. You could even call Tish a fake demon. I just know he's gonna end up being a problem. But Xebec, though, there is no pussy in him. 100%. I don't give a fuck, and that's dangerous. And I find that it's a really interesting parallel to Roger, because Roger, I have my crew. My crew's my Nakama. They're family. They're friends. I'll die for them. And he's like, you can join the Rocks Pirates. I feel like you have to be strong. And if you guys kill each other, die, starve, or miss the ship when I leave, I don't fucking care. I'll be king of the world, nigga. Oh my God.
That nigga really said, hey, big ass kid, 2 questions. And I only want to hear yes to both those questions.
Exactly. Like, bro, what if this is what if this is Ennius Lobbies and King Harold is not here? I'm like, who is King Harold? Dead. Smoked. I said I only want to hear yes. But then again, what if you lied to him and he spun the block on you? It's like, this ain't all math. You said yes and yes. And he come back and he smoked you, bro. Oh man. He said relax. It was a 1v1. I'm sorry. The historians have spoken. As far as I know, that's a 2v1. Or at least somebody fought until they had no HP left and the other one came in and finished it off. Oh shit, guys. That's a fight. At this point, I think it's a fight we gotta see. To some degree. I need to see Roger versus Xebec. Nah, I smell pussy on him though. Nah.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
Mm.
Wrong.
I'm the biggest black irritator you may know. I looked at this nigga, I said, oh my God.
There's no way you read he smoked an admiral and said he's pussy. There's just no way. There's absolutely no way you read that. Like that's like Tisha's fair. Akainu, I got 2 devil fruits, but I'm gonna run because I'm fat. Like, you know, like I'm not ready for this. Xebec was like the type that didn't run from a single fight in his life for any reason, no matter what was going on. Y'all think Rocks got lost fruit? I don't. I did see that he had his 2 fingers up and people think he broke a mountain or something. I saw that on Twitter. I'm not convinced. I don't hate it. That's interesting. I would have to see, I guess, when and where he dies and how that comes into DS Drake's father. I think he had it when Roshinante and Law go to get it and Dofi smokes his brother. So that'd be interesting. But for now, I'm gonna say no. I actually think he might not be a devil fruit user. I wouldn't be surprised if he has no devil fruit. I kind of like the idea that he has no devil fruit. I don't know though. We'll see. What do you think?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say he definitely had double fruit.
What about lost fruit, or just a different one? One we've seen or haven't seen yet?
I'm gonna go with something. I think Oda is gonna give us like a whole bunch of firsts with him.
Okay. I was joking that there isn't pussy in him, but he got a lot of pussy on him. I'm glazing him. I'm gonna lie, I'm dick riding bad too. I've never dick read a character so fast like Xebec and Loki. I'm dick riding bad. It's nasty business on my part, but I'm here. I'm here. There's no shame in my game. Have you guys seen the theory that Frankie's related to Rocks because their eyelashes are similar? Hasn't it been confirmed that his dad is Queen? Was that confirmed, or am I tripping? That's a theory. I thought it was. I thought they said. I thought they were saying Queen was Frankie's dad.
They're not related.
Huh?
They're not related. No.
Oh, okay. I swear I in the SBS from like Pookie piece or something. I read at SBS where they said that I guess Oda strongly hinted that Queen was probably Frankie's dad and just left him somewhere.
Yes. I mean,
I've seen people say he has buggy fruit. I think that's kind of funny. If he does have the fruit, it might be the yummy yummy. No me though. You think Blackbeard? And then like also it begs the question: how much does Blackbeard know about his own father? Does he know a lot? Did Whitebeard know that Teach was Xebec's kid, having, in a sense, been his right hand for like at least a decade or so? Like it raises and poses so many questions. And Whitebeard seems to be the type like, even though he's like, yo, your dad was a fucking asshole, and I did not like him, but yo, you don't follow the sins of your father. You get a fair shake and a fair chance. I think that makes the whole dynamic of what happened with Ace to be much more interesting. Cause he's like, listen, you don't even act like Roger. Like, you're Roger's kid, that's funny, but like I'm not tripping, bro. Like you're my son now. You're mine. I adopted him. So yeah.
it's so crazy that Oda and Blackbeard fight each other 18 years ago.
Like, yeah. Bao was saying that Blackbeard versus Ace hits different now because the sons of those two fought the same way Roger and him fought.
Yes.
Different outcomes. And we were even texting a little bit how you were saying that he didn't take his dad's name, which is interesting, which gives him more parallels to him. I'm like, wow, I didn't even think of that. Like, is Marshall a name he just decided to use, or like is that his mom's name? Like, where did he get Marshall from? A lot of questions. I'm so fucking excited, bro. Elbaf has been hitting, man. Elbaf might have had 2 chapters I was like meh, but it wasn't bad, just meh, you know. Slide, lizard. You can come. Oh, this is.
Still
Say that again.
doing it like.
No, they're not. They're not doing it. They're not for real. I'm so excited, man. Where's Alan? I need Alan in here. I need Alan. Did you like Egghead? I think Egghead was solid 8.5 out of 10. I'll give Egghead an 8. I like Egghead. What's up, Lizard?
Yo, man, this shit's so fucking fire.
Right? Like I was saying, like I'm so.
Nah, first of all, hey man, new gen, current gen, they all on fraud watch. Like, what the fuck, man? New gen, like, who did he have? Luffy and Blackbeard? Like, yeah, it's Roger, Whitebeard, Xebec, all these demons running around. And you have Luffy, you have 2 people carrying this new generation, man. Step it up. We have fucking Kid. Kid is one of our highlights, man.
Y'all looking like the current NBA, the NBA, bro. Like, bring back the old gen. Look at the old gen, bro.
It depends on who we count as new gen. Are we Gen 2?
Nah, that's current gen. There's like 3 gens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
like,
okay. I see what you mean. Yeah.
And I only put Blackbeard new gen because he's part of the worst generation and he came up in like Luffy's era, right?
No, like, he's
like,
an old ass man.
Yeah. He's like one of those old ass Euro players, like a Euro League player that came over when he was like 30 and he started
He
balding.
said he's a Rita Sabonis.
Exactly, man. But yeah, hey, man, it's just crazy. Like you guys brought it up, but the whole thing about him and like taking his mom's names, like I'm wondering, is this like, did him and it's like what's his name, Marshall D, right? Is Marshall did he find a girl named Marshall D? Like was it something like with with Rouge and Roger, like the same thing where he just found somebody that was also a D member?
I think, yeah, Ross was probably like one of them niggas like Roger that day. Like I said, make sure they erase history. Because I've never heard of no admiral get
Yeah.
like
But
we've never heard that. Like we've seen Whitebeard like fight the admirals and get the better of them at Marine Corps, but officially it didn't go down as L's on their record.
That's fact.
yeah, I got beating. Yeah, it's beating. I mean, killing is like obviously crazy, but just the beating, because some characters just don't have that like thing where they'll kill somebody, but even though they can beat somebody but not kill them. It's the same thing though. Like he, at the end of the day, he got the dub.
Yep. Luffy fought Rob Lucci, could have been Zoro. Luffy fought Kizaru, could have been Sanji plus Jinbei. Then he fought the Elders. Luffy didn't have to fight all those fights. I guess that's fair. I don't know, like, I guess with Egghead, I just wanted a bit. I don't know, like, I'm gonna see if Kizaru is getting reserved for later. And if that's the case, I'll let it go. But like my man put up some Tony Snell numbers that hurt me. So I got.
You didn't see the anime?
Is the flashback over with Akuma?
Okay.
I haven't. I think I got about 2 episodes of the flashback. I've seen it. I actually kind of like the manga version over. I thought the anime was a little hard to follow with this fight. I think sometimes with the Gear 5th stuff for the anime, they take a lot of liberties that sometimes make it hard for me to exactly tell what's going on. I didn't dislike it. It was good in its own right. But it starts off very strong for sure. When he's just blocking the Gear 4th hits and he hits that spin kick, the kick away, then he hits the step back and comes up full speed and kicks him through. Like it started off strong, but I felt when the Gear 5 shenanigans came, I'm like, wait, what? And I have to pull it back. I'm like, oh, okay. Kind of like, okay. I see what's going on.
I feel like the anime is a better medium for Kizaru specifically. Powers is light.
Okay.
So that's something that like with your own eyes, motion to like fully grasp. Because like manga, everything's still, right? So like when Kizaru was kicking X-Drake and still looking up, you have to use your imagination. But like when I saw it in the anime, I'm like, bro, this nigga could not even follow where he was. He asked him a question, he's still stuck it when he asked him the question. And I'm seeing it like he can't react at all. He can't follow him.
Yeah. It's like Kizaru has a lot of impressive showcases and feats in it, but I don't know. I'm not liking how people are clowning him. I think that like obviously he was a little out of it. He's like I kind of raise Sentomaru in his own way. Like Sentomaru's guard is quote unquote the strongest in the world, but it's like who do you learn that from? Me. My guard is nothing to sneeze at either, you know? So they overdo it with the visuals in the anime sometimes too often. You have to rewind just to figure what's happening. I should only have to rewind when I want to experience a moment again. The anime at times Toei just adds a little bit of extra visual noise. I would say I think the Gear 5th stuff really worked well with Kaido originally. Again with Kizaru for a little bit it was hard for me to follow. But you know what? I'm gonna watch it again. It's been a while and see if I feel differently about it. But I don't have any beef with Egghead. I don't. I've been enjoying Elbaf a lot more, and it's time for Loki to swing that motherfucking thing, man. Bring the hammer down.
I like the
Pat.
nigga had a light shadow clone.
Oh yes, the light clones.
Light clones are crazy.
Cool.
Yeah. That thing about him like not like making the rock pirates, yeah, I'm interested. It's like you'd think he'd just make them, right? Like, or was he like? Did he have a plan? He had to care like make a bunch of people come together before he decided this is the rock pirates. Like was there an event or something?
You gotta wonder, like, is he just like I just march forward and do what I want and whatever happens, or is he a bit of a schemer? Like his son. Did his son inherit that from him? The way that Blackbeard likes to make calculated moves. Like you gotta wonder. Because it's like, why are you looking for King Harold? Why does that matter to you? Are you trying to recruit him, kill him, and be like, I'm the king of Elbaf? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, you gotta wonder. That nigga stabbed Loki. Blackbeard was like, you stabbing kids now? Shut the fuck up, man. I asked that nigga to tell me yes twice. He didn't. Stabbed. That's fucking crazy.
I don't like how Whitebeard's been a nigga his whole life.
Yeah. If they don't give the big anime fight to Megumi Ishtani, they give it to this other guy who uses his weird jagged line style that is not inspired by One Piece manga at all. I haven't checked in a long time who's been doing a lot of the cuts. I could usually tell sometimes if it's Tate or whatever, but it's been a while since, or Shida or whatever, but it's been a while since I really paid attention to that. I'll be more conscious of that moving forward.
Oh, you can always tell me. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say too, like I do see a lot of people thinking that Buggy is also related to Rocks. I don't know if you guys absolutely.
No. Hey man, we there, man. Twins, like Shanks and Shamrock.
Oh my god.
Did he fuck a clown bitch? Like why does he look like that? Is there a clown race? Like, listen. Pat? I know her things were fake, but what's the clown from Ace Attorney? If you're looking like that, I might have to engage a little.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I forgot her name right now. It's not coming to me from Ace Attorney, and I was like, listen, you looking like that? I might have to, you know what I'm saying? I might have to sire me a son. I don't subscribe to the Buggy thing, but I think it's hilarious. I do think it's hilarious. I don't even know if I hate it. As long as it makes sense, I don't even think I hate it, but it'd be funny. I would actually laugh if he did have to chop fruit and went crazy with it. Doing things Buggy couldn't even fathom. The guy like splits himself at the molecular level. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But these are exciting times, man. It looks like okay, so you brought up earlier, Lizard, that his ship is called the Saber of Xebec, which is a type of ship and everything, yada yada. I guess the question is, how much do you think he knows about his father, and how was he able to figure that out? Because Xebec is supposed to kind of be somewhat erased from history because of all the extreme crazy deeds that he had, that even Marines that know that Garp is a hero don't necessarily know how he gained that title and epithet until it was explained in that one chapter with Hina and everyone around the table. And I can't remember their names right now, it's not coming to me, but I think two of them or one of them were in the military draft and were nominated to become admiral, but it ended up going to Green Bull and Fujitora.
Yeah, those two. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
His name's not coming to me sometimes. Chatan? I don't know.
Brought it up, and Garp was like, "Oh, you know about that?"
Yeah. And then Sengoku's like, Garp is not talking about this because he had to team up with Roger to do it. That's just some men ego shit. Like, oh, why are you the hero? I don't know. You know, niggas just be calling me shit. I don't know. The whole time he's like, I ain't telling y'all it took me to join a super team to take this nigga down. I'm not telling y'all that. I took my talents to South Beach for this ring. Garp's a legend. Garp's a legend.
I think there's like two options here. The obvious one just being that Whitebeard told him. Maybe like when he was younger and he's like, oh, you know. Like I think Whitebeard has to I think Whitebeard has to know that he's Xebec's son. Like he looks similar. But you could kind of say that he also didn't like care or notice about Roger and Ace's connection, but maybe that's different. But I think he probably was because Blackbeard was born a year before or 2 years before. Gosley was 30 or 39 years ago.
God Valley? I think 39.
Yeah, was it?
Let me check. I think it was 39 years ago. I'll check.
Because
from the present.
Blackbeard is 40. Yeah, Blackbeard is 40 right now, so it would be like either he'd be 1 or 2. And
Okay.
there's no way Unless Xebec was hitting it and hitting and dipping, man. Like
That was a thought that I had. Like, is he just a whore? Like, he goes to islands, he hits a brothel, he just nuts in everyone in cuts and doesn't even know how many kids he has. Like, what? This guy have an army Genghis Khan number of children just running around the One Piece world, but Teach was the one that just took after him the most. Like, I actually had that thought. I'm like, I wonder. He looks like the type. Like, I'd be street walking. He come in town, he blows shit up, he become a menace, and he goes, all right, give me a bottle and bitches. He looks like it. He really does.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So either Whitebeard told him, which kind of makes sense, or he learned about it. And I honestly think him learning about his father and like what happened, like all that, is what led to him starting to scheme. You know how like it said he's planned like the Thatch murder for like a long ass time. I think that was like that was the catalyst for that.
This gives a more personal reason for why, like, yo, I was okay. I know he said like you got weak or whatever, but like I turned on you because like, yo, under your watch, so to speak, or under your whatever, yo, you let my dad get clapped by Roger and Garp. And I do think he's actually dead. I don't think he's alive. Some people are asking me if I thought he was maybe alive and the government threw him in like level 7. Someone asked me if it's level 7 just for Xebec. I said, you would be the rawest motherfucker of all time if an entire floor of jail was made just for you. Just for you. Forget erase from history, bro. They did something above and beyond from that. I don't know. He'd be mad old though. Would he be OD old, like probably in his 80s to 90s?
90s probably, because he's probably like I'm willing because in like 40 years ago, Whitebeard's like 26.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
One Piece age is really just that.
Yeah.
As much I like, if you have anything else to say, feel free to bring it back. But there was other things that did technically happen in the chapter, so let's talk about those things too. I didn't get a chance to speak to you guys about last week's chapter as well. I actually enjoyed seeing King Harold kind of mellow out. What's Harujin's mom's name again? I don't remember her name right now. It's not coming to me.
Ida.
I like her.
Ida, yeah.
I like her. She's like, bitch, you're just born big. Shut up. It's like, don't think you're wrong because you're just born huge, my nigga. Like, this don't give you the right to go around and throw your weight around like this. And a lot of times, like, I'll even tell you, like, a menace meets the right woman and he mellows out. Look at Vegeta.
Yep.
Vegeta's like, shoot, this Capsule Corporation pussy kind of fire. You know what? I'm gonna chill out a little bit. I'm gonna relax on my planet conquesting. I'm gonna chill out for a little bit. I really like that story and the whole stuff with his mom being like a pure-blooded ancient blood, giant blood in her, so they can sire Loki. Loki has bad eyesight. That's interesting. I thought his eyesight might have been enhanced the way it looks, but it looks like his eyesight's bad, which is why I guess his eyes are like what's cursed and whatever. And to be a newborn who was literally tossed off of a place where like Gerd and Harujin were like, we would die. And he survived that and started like, yo, this nigga is fresh out the womb, bro. This is not even Luffy at like 17 scaling Drum Mountain, which is still an incredible feat because it was cold as hell and he had Sanji and Nami on him. But it's like, this is a literal newborn. I know he's a giant. I know he's got ancient blood in him, but wow.
Hey man, straight saying baby Loki has better feet in Elbaf than a certain fisherman, but I don't know, man. You in here?
Jinbei for the first time let me down. Like, Jinbei, please stop. I know he put up the fire. Shout out to him. He put up the fire in number 2 branch forest. But I'm like, dog, you're really here getting tied up like this? Like, all I did was ride for you. You need to put up some better numbers. You were asked out game 5, game 6. I need you to drop 30. Okay.
He's adjusting to his new role on the bench.
That's fair. You know, he used to be a star player in his elder years. Now he's like the 6th man, but like, tighten up, tighten up, bro, tighten up. I have nothing but admiration and respect for you. You are the I'm the type of person to be like, I don't like fishermen, but you're not like them. I'll hit you with you're not like the rest of them. I like you. Hit it with that bullshit. Nah, man. Loki's life is tragic. You can tell that he actually has a lot of. I actually would argue he has some parallels with Robin, a little bit. which is interesting. Just kind of like the loneliness and like Robin didn't lash out the way that he did because she wasn't royalty or anything of the sort, but like he just kind of wanted to be accepted and kind of loved and like as much as he's beating everybody up, he sees that the family and friends of those people are going to help and defend them and soothe them and heal them and console them after the fact. And help me understand something. How did he fall again from the realm of dawn to the realm of the death of the death or whatever it is? Did someone throw him there? Did he just fall? Did he jump and
Was
say I
Loki?
won't die? No, Loki, yeah, because he fell again and that's when rocks pulled up. Like how did he fall? I couldn't
I
tell.
think he just jumped, right?
He's on his Kaido.
I think he went there
Yeah.
willingly.
Okay, I was wondering.
Yeah.
Because in one
I'll read
transition I already said I won't die from this, and the other one he said I can't die from this. Like he's
No,
saying that
it's,
he's cursed to live in some way, in some weird shape or form.
Yeah, because like right before that, you see like he's doing all that, like he's like rampaging, and then you see some like kid, mom hug a kid, and obviously he has the mother thing, and he decides like we don't see it, but he pretty obviously just jumps off because he's like upset about that.
Yeah. How do we feel about King Harold? Thus far.
He's way more competent than I thought. Like I didn't think he was like to do like this whole thing with the family. I didn't think he was gonna be able to handle it as well as he did this chapter. He just said, "Yeah, we got allies," and then he pulled up. They pulled up. Like
I think like with any character, uh, they wanted to do their best to world. Well, with any character that we see like in flashbacks, they always wanted to do their best around the world around them, easier to live in. But then they end up like neglecting a couple of, so like not being around us for Loki and Haru
Harujin.
growing up.
He's doing a lot for the island and the giants, but he's failing his own kids in that pursuit in a sense. Kind of like
Yeah.
I guess I think the closest example I have, not to say that it's a 1-to-1, just that there's commonality and overlap. I'm thinking of Aang being the Avatar, and all of his kids feeling estranged from him in some way, shape, or form. Even Tenzin, the Airbender, the one who could continue the Airbender bloodline, so to speak. So he's out there saving the world, bringing balance, but it's like your kids feel estranged from you in some capacity. So like, in a manner of speaking, you could say that's like his failure or biggest failure and whatnot. That maybe if he was more present with Loki and stuff, he wouldn't turn out this way. But Loki seemed to be really upset when he came into that room and his dad was getting turned on by all the other giants in the room, right? So he seemed to have some type of reverence and respect for his father, regardless. And his mom's a piece of shit. Fuck his mom. Oh my god, fuck her. From the high heavens to
fuck
the
her
depth
family,
of earth.
bro.
Like, yeah. Oh my god. Rest in piss, you bozo. Fuck you. I do not like her at all. I want to. I spit on her grave. Spit on that shit.
That was truly one of the most heartbreaking.
It was. I remember you saying that. Like we were talking about it a little bit. Like that hurt me to see. I'm like, how do you toss a newborn like that? A newborn, dog. At least do what Big Mom's parents did. Like, yo, chill at this orphanage for a bit. We're gonna go get some milk and we'll be right back. At least, like, you know, she's kind of being taken care of. It's like, I can't deal with this. But it's like, yo, you just tossed him off the fucking mountain? Nah,
And then they
bro.
climb you for love. You just wait with you. I'm like, oh,
I like King Harold, but my favorite giant in this so far has been sorry, say Ida. Ida, I like her a lot, man. She's the one I like the most. She's like Haraju's the cutest little kid ever. Like, you know, like I fuck with her, man. She's fucking with her kid.
Yo, it's kind of fucked up, but peep. Both you guys peep the force. I'll just put it. Oh yeah,
Okay, hold on.
because I don't.
I'll pull it up.
oh yeah, I seen that.
No one's fucked up, but hey man.
That's crazy. Hold on. Y'all gotta look at this. Steph Curry, the fuck? Like this, Steph? Nice forum. Yo, how you gonna how you gonna launch him?
Ooga.
Crazy as hell.
Yo, that's crazy. Oh, Harold leaving Loki with his mom's brother is the dumbest decision ever. Harold seems to be way more focused on trying to get Elbaf to have better relations with the people, the world, and the islands around them and whatnot, than his own two children. And I do think that's gonna come to bite him in the ass and be one of the reasons that Loki turned out the way he did. But I'm actually still very interested in seeing Loki's general character arc. I want him to like go. I don't think he's joining the crew. If he joins this crew is broken. Okay.
Luffy's no.
Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei, Loki, it's a wrap, fam. It's a wrap. It's over. I'm not fighting them. If flee on sight. I'm telling my niggas flee on sight if you see a Straw Hat and Jolly Roger, nigga. Just flee on sight. I don't care if it's Usopp. Don't engage. Don't say hi.
Okay, man. Usopp kind of different, though.
No, you're not hearing me. You're not hearing me. You see Usopp and go like, "Oh, you're sweet." You beat him up and you rob him. You know they're pulling up on you. Don't do it. Leave him alone. It's not leave that man in his fucking I won't say boomerang and his slingshot alone. Like let him cook. If Loki drops like yikes, Blackbeard Pirates getting washed even with Kuzan. Ooh. Tinkle Fish, thank you for the follow. Go ahead.
Loki joining the Blackbeard Pirates. He couldn't get it with his dad, but he can get it with the son. I don't know, man.
Yo, you have
after seeing the way that Beck is, Loki's not gonna go with that fucking answer.
Probably not, but
I feel like Loki's just gonna try to start his own thing, but like, I don't hate the idea, but it's all you know. Sorry, I just had a thought because you brought up Kuzan. Blackbeard may not run his ship the exact same way his dad did, but it's similar. He's like, you think we're just a bunch of merry friends singing along? Look, bro, we all have a shared goal or whatever, and we use our powers to unite for that goal and get all the things that we want. Kuzan, brother, live the way you want to live. You know what I mean? And because his crew has a lot of infighting to the point where, like, should I be captain now? Whatever. Like, and Xebec just seemed to just really be like, I like, from what I can tell thus far, just like, I don't care. Like, let's just say I'm Jordan, and now my team has Scotty, Kobe, Braun, and they're always infighting and doing shit, and I just don't give a fuck. You could join, you could come on the ship. When I leave, I'm just leaving. Like, you could, if you get left on the island, you get left on the island. I'm not worried about none of that. Like, he just seems to be like, I just care about my own goals, and I always find the fact that he wanted to be king of the world to be interesting. And I think, did Loki say you want to be king of the world or king of the pirates? I can't remember.
Loki?
Yeah, or did he mention that at all?
No.
I don't think he had any ambition for that, no.
Blackbeard did, but not.
Okay. Well, Blackbeard wants to create his own nation too, right? Like a world government. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's just an excuse to get to the Holy Land, though, for the reverie.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, Loki wants to destroy the world as the sun god. That's what it was. Blackbeard big because he's eating for his own soul and rock soul. He eating double. He eating for two.
Yo, this shit's so funny because it's like the world government really don't be telling each other shit. Because if they would have done their due diligence, they would have been like, yo, this nigga Marshall D. Teach, he looks just like fucking Ross. We're not making him a warlord.
And?
If they had just done some research, they could have just been like, prevented the whole disaster of Marineford that fell down together.
No, Pat, you're right. And let me piggyback off that. Now we understand why Emu probably had the knife. Well, I can't remember what he did. Like, he had like the VV poster or whatever, I think. And like I think Blackbeard was there too. Now we really understand it's not just because he's Yonko. It's like, bro, your father was like one of the craziest menaces in recent history. Fuck.
That's what I was thinking about. Because I was like, okay, is Blackbeard there because he's D? Is that what that is? But now it's like, oh, some real history behind that.
Yeah. Whitebeard funny as hell for seeing Blackbeard and Ace on his crew and thinking it was fine for real. Well, they had no history. They had zero history together. I don't know. I might have thought it would have been fine, but also Whitebeard, protects his family. He had the ironclad rule, and I don't think he thought anyone would break it. But like, Blackbeard was one of those people that seemed like he would have been fine if his destiny never was gonna come to fruition. But as soon as he saw Thatch with Yummy Yummy no Me, he said, "It's time to get active." Stabbed him, took the fruit, ate it, cut. Had 5 niggas when the next time we saw him, tried to get Luffy to become a warlord so he could break it to Impel. Yo. Bared his fangs at the world immediately.
Yeah, man. Rocks, yeah, the killing the admiral thing was crazy.
I want to know who it was. I don't care if he's from 85 years ago and never met him. Who's this nigga?
It might be Kong. No, it can't be Kong. That dumb.
No, that was a crazy lore dump, bro. Like he just casually dropped that shit in there, killed a hand. Huh?
Right?
What?
You know what's kind of funny about that? That happened 56 years ago, which is the same year that Garp joined the Marines. So imagine your rookie year just being, this guy, he pulled up and he killed one of the admirals. Like, damn.
Garp said, Garp was on his that Caleb City video where he's like, "I've already defeated your boss. You're a henchman. Get out of my way." He's like, "You may have defeated all those people, but they not me. Run them hands." Garp was like, "Run these hands. I don't give a fuck." Rocks vanished in the air. They said wind, devil fruit rocks. Dragon inherited that fruit from rocks for real. He killed Sengoku's big bro, Son Goku. Song Goku.
On Goku.
Song Goku. Oh, did they say he vanished in thin air? I didn't remember that about Rocks.
He disappeared from the eyes of they couldn't find him.
So is it confirmed? So I thought they said he died. So is it confirmed? He got beaten then, but never confirmed if he died or not. I guess is what.
No, they never confirmed if he was dead or alive, but I'm pretty sure he might be dead.
Yo, that's the lurking legend, bro. It's finally coming.
The man in flames.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Nah, I think it was though that it was like stated. I'm pretty sure that he was killed. I can check, but.
Oh yeah, it's
Sengoku said he died. Okay.
That's what he wants you to think. He's lying, man. The world government.
no,
Don't fall for the propaganda to psyop. Also, the editors pretty much confirmed Xebec was a lurking legend. I thought it was Odin, actually. That would have been my
Wasn't
guess.
it?
Sure. I thought it was Odin, actually.
No, it's not Odin.
Okay. Rocks, eh?
Yeah, man.
It must be Shiki. Because Shiki is still out there. That I know for sure.
Yes, because the
Almost
events
damaged her
in
reputation,
episode
but-
0 and whatnot are real. We know Shiki's a character, but it's just that the events of Strong World aren't canon. So, and in a lot of ways, I felt like anytime we saw Rocks, for the most part, Shiki wasn't too far behind. And Shiki seems to be here early before the Rocks pirates are really formed. So I wonder if Shiki is almost like a weird third in command right after Whitebeard in a way.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. It could be Big Mom or Kaido when they come or something. I don't know. I think Kaido had to work his way up the ranks probably because he was a little younger, I think, when he joined, even though he was big as shit. But
Nah, it's Shiki is probably third. Like we seen it from when they first introduced in God Valley. Like it was raw. Like the way it was set up, we saw Whitebeard first and Shiki, and then
you saw Silver Axe, Rocks, Whitebeard, Lin, Kaido, Golden Lion, Shiki. What's the drinker guy's name with the treasure? Captain John I think he was there.
John.
Gloriosa. Why do I want to say the clone was there for some reason? Stussy, was Stussy there? Am I tripping for some reason?
Stussy was
No,
there.
She was in this chapter as well.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's
fine.
a monster
the
lineup, man.
OG members. Yeah, the OG members of Rox's crew before he became captain is Rox, Whitebeard, Juicy.
Yeah, Rox is supposedly dead. I meant when the narrator is saying he vanished without a trace after killing the Admiral at Reverie. Oh, okay. My fault. Yeah, yo, this guy's a problem, and like, I feel like I want to give Oda credit here because I think sometimes I would argue that in like maybe in the later like half of like the post time skip, I thought he wasn't the best at this, and I thought he was always really good at getting you to care about a character really fast. I feel like he's been able to re-tap back into that. I'm thinking of like we had no idea Dofi had a brother, Roshinante, Corazon, and in 3 chapters I was ready to die for this nigga because he was really just right out for law. You know what I mean? And I thought he fumbled that with like Odin and some characters. For me personally, I'll speak for myself. Me personally, like I thought he tried too hard to make me like Odin. Like he didn't give me a chance to like him fairly. Like he came out the womb on his own and stood out, and he fucked a bitch when he was 2, and beat up a boar when he was 3, and then went to the like. All right, man, relax. Like I was like, give me a chance. It felt like he was trying to force rawness on him. You know what I mean? Elbaf pacing and giving us gas to keep the interest in the arc really consistent right now? Absolutely. Because I still, as much as I was like, yo, I need to see Loki get active. I'm like, if you want to show me Xebec first, I'll wait on Loki. I'll wait till the end of the year, brother. I'll wait. I will be patient. If you let me, I don't care if Xebec throws a hockey kick. Show me something, bro. Show me something.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You guys, you talk about Whitebeard before. It's kind of funny that his genes did not help him, man. Cause Xebec has Blackbeard as a son. Roger has Ace. And
Dragon has
the
Luffy.
potential is there. And then this man has Weevil.
Hey, we don't know that. We don't know that.
They line on Whitebeard's name. Whitebeard put a condom on every time. They line on his name. He covered his shit in coca and pulled out. He said, I got found family.
Like,
I'm good. Sorry, go
That
ahead.
nigga yo got you, son.
Hey man, the DNA test came back positive.
Yeah, and they test that was the same kid.
Oh my
They
lord.
test word of mouth.
It is very interesting that we're starting to see a lot of the legendary fathers and what their children became. Because even recently with Garling and Shamrock and Shanks and stuff too, like it's very intriguing. I like this. I do think to some degree, I think I'm okay with it because I think Oda just really wants to lean into the lineage stuff, and I don't think lineage has to necessarily equate destiny. I mean, if you look at it this way, like Ace never, I don't want to say Ace never became anything great, but Ace didn't fulfill probably the potential that his dad or Whitebeard would have wanted for him. He died early. So it's not a guarantee that you're going to fulfill the wishes or the hopes and dreams of your parents or whatnot. But I am enjoying, like, Figurlin Garling and seeing, I still like Stabs better. The Shamrock is actually raw, but Stabs is funnier. Stabs and Shanks. Dragon and Garp, Garp, Dragon, Luffy. I like it all. I like it all, man. It's sick.
Emu Mihawk, like
I've seen that because of the eyes. I've seen that before. I've seen it because of the eyes. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Just came here to stir chaos.
Mm-hmm. Brother Griever!
Yo, can I jump in on this, boys?
Bro, Xebec is a demon. I know he is. What's up, brother? How you doing? What's up?
No, I agree. Yeah. Not gonna lie. Yeah. What I love, I just want to quick shout out. What I love about Oda at this point, this man is like a Kira Toriyama with this shit. He's so tired of fucking so many people doing theories for 20 years. He's like, nah, fuck it. In brackets, Blackbeard's daddy.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Like, no theories, no bullshit.
No
I'm
reincarnation.
tired.
Stop it.
Thank you.
Confirmed.
Yes, I actually like, and people actually arguing the inherited will shit when we have literally Monkey D. Garp, Monkey D. Dragon, Monkey D. Luffy. Our fucking main character is Lineage 101. We're like, inherited will is all that matters. What the fuck you on about? So yeah, 100%. I loved it.
I want to get your thoughts in a second, but I forgot to mention this too. I think for a long time, because of the way that Whitebeard spoke about Teach, a lot of us thought he was a fake D. He may not be the person Roger was waiting for, or Joy Boy, whatever the case may be, to get the Laugh Tale and become, Pirate King, if you may. But we do know confirmed he is actually from the D clan. That this is confirmed.
Well, was that
because Xebec is a D. Some people actually, it was a theory for a long time. People thought that Teach was a fake D, like he put the initials in his name, and his name was just Marshall
Okay,
Teach.
Because people
no,
thought he
no,
looked
I didn't
for
even hear
the
that
back.
theory until you brought it up. So I'm
I,
immediately against.
I'll actually tell. I actually remember a lot of the arguments, but I'll give you the main one. It was because every single D before their death or possible perceived death smiled and accepted it, and Blackbeard continued to bitch and whine and tell Whitebeard not to kill him, and thought he was actually gonna die, but didn't smile the way Luffy did on the platform, the way Roger did when he was stabbed on the platform, the way Ace did when he got melted. Like they all smiled, even if they thought I was going to die and it didn't happen. Because Teach didn't, that was one of the biggest arguments on why he was a fake D, because every D accepts their death, so to speak.
I think to give credence to that theory, fair enough. There's a lot of evidence saying, yeah, but how about I got two examples. I got one good example. How about Trafalgar D. Waterloo before Luffy stopped Doflamingo from stomping on him? He certainly
Well,
wasn't.
I mean, in that situation, that was like a lot of frustration.
No, I understand, but once again, but I mean, Odin was boiling, man. Like I'm just saying, once again, it's always about the smile. So, I mean, you could make the argument that every one of them smiles, and potentially, I would argue, Blackbeard will potentially, upon his death, he might smile. So, there's not something necessarily there. I understand why the theory exists, but to call someone a fake D is just like, we have no evidence of this shit. I'm sorry, we just don't. So
I think that's fair. I never really necessarily bought into it. I just wanted to confirm that, because I actually I remember so many of the theories that were flying around like a decade plus ago, and I remember that.
I think what people don't like is the fact that, once again, Blackbeard is a fantastic villain, but he is a bitch.
Yeah,
like you can accept both parties.
I was saying you could call him a fake demon. You can't call Xebec that, man.
No, you cannot. And at the end of the day, Blackbeard is definitely devious, and he's not weak. I'm not saying he's not weak, but he's not top 5 like people want to put him up because he's a villain. But you don't always need to have Frieza, Aizen. You don't need to have Shishio. You don't need to have this level of shonen, like the protagonist needs to constantly be weaker, or everybody in the world needs to be weaker than the main villain until the protagonist grows up to be strong enough. You don't need to have that when you have this Machiavellian, this conniving, cunning, opportunist, which is what Blackbeard is, which is what most pirates were. If anything, Blackbeard embodies exactly what a pirate is supposed to be, and Oda did that beautifully. So he doesn't need to be top 5 in power scaling to be the most dangerous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's totally cool with me. I don't believe in that theory, but it's an interesting theory. I understand why people bring it up, but
I'm with you.
But by that logic, every single time that Luffy didn't smile before an attack against Katakuri, Doflamingo, or anybody else meant that he wasn't as real D. You know what I mean? Like,
I will just I think what you're saying is totally fair. Where sometimes you say he's like, I thought I was gonna die, kind of thing. I think that's sometimes supposed to be more comedic, but I would argue in the law moment, that stomp wouldn't have killed him. Like, that wasn't the killing blow. He was just so frustrated that he's like, bro, after all this, still I can't, still, right? Like, still, like, yo, I want you in the dirt, bro. I hate you. Like, that was frustration boiling over. Like,
Luffy, wait a minute. I got a better argument than that. Luffy himself against Kaido, because people are convinced. I'm not convinced of this theory, but people are convinced Luffy actually died and got a second life when he turned Gear 5th. He was not smiling when Kaido took him out.
I don't know if it counts if you're kind of off guard. I don't think Luffy had time to be like, oh wow, I'm gonna die. I accept it. He just got fucking bombed.
Exactly. The whole idea of it.
I hear you though. I get your point. Like, every D didn't go out like, oh wow, I'm dead. Shitty, and laughed. Like, I get you. I got you. Your point.
Yeah. So if a man gets shot in the back and he's got the will of D, all of a sudden he's supposed to smile as he's supposed to preemptively. He's got observation hockey for days. Every single person with a D in their name. Fuck that. Like, that makes no sense.
No, I hear you.
Uh, I do think the more interesting thing is like you talked about that speech about like when he's Whitebeard's the one he's waiting for. I think that has a new like dimension to it now that we know that Xebec's the dad of Blackbeard. Like, is he seeing that like you were like nobody related to Xebec will ever find it? Like, is there something related to that?
Yeah, I think Xebec and Roger both had like their own way of going about finding out the truth of the world. So like with Roger, which friendly little adventure exploration. I'm curious, what's up? And Xebec was like, yo, who's at the top? I'm gonna be the one at the top and know everything. And I'm doing it by force. So it's like with both of them, like Whitebeard knew both men pretty close, and he saw their journey, and now he got the sons, and he's just like, all right, well, which one is right? Like, and Roger started in name, so probably wanted to see like Ace and Blackbeard. Shit was based on what Roger told him. He looked at Blackbeard, he was like, hey, bro, Roger wouldn't talk about.
You
Yeah.
following the wrong man.
You are not.
I mean, as far as the Whitebeard speech goes, in my opinion, when he said like teach Roger is not the one you're waiting for, it's not necessarily. I mean, you can take it as a literal thing, as in people without the pure heart sort of idea cannot reach the final island or whatever. You can take the romanticized version of that to heart, and that's fine too. I like that, but I also am of the thing is that Whitebeard's like you can get there, but you won't get it. In the same way that Rayleigh said to Robin, I can tell you the history right now, but I could be wrong. Like, we got it. Well, I know it, but I might be wrong in my interpretation of it. So I think you should literally go and figure it out for yourself. You know, it's all about perspective and interpretation. So I think when Whitebeard said that, it was multi-layered. Is that not that Teach couldn't potentially reach the final island? It's that Roger isn't Roger was never waiting for you to discover the One Piece, what the One Piece truly represents. Once again, none of us know what the One Piece is, but I really do think that once again, inherited wealth, once again, regardless of families, because we have Shanks, we have Blackbeard, we have the Monkey family, we have all these families now, but Whitebeard was convinced, nah, it's not you. And Whitebeard clearly knew that Teach was fucking Rock's son. And he's just like, yeah, no.
Okay, tell me why.
No.
Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why.
Because he knew about Ace too, with no pedigree.
Okay.
Like there was no reason for him to know about Ace, but he knew. He immediately knew. What did he have a hotline to Garp? Hey, yo, I know we killed each other 1,000 times, but by the way, man, I got this dude. Like, what do you think? No, I think that Whitebeard took in everybody because once again, he felt like a lost child once again, and Whitebeard is like one of the best dads in anime for doing this. He's like literally the ultimate stepfather. But he took in all these guys going, if I don't help
is
them,
Big Dad. That's crazy. I just had that thought in my head just now. Big Mom and Big Dad. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah.
Big Oyaji, bro.
Big
Oyaji.
He's a good version of Big Mom. He's literally the good version of Big Mom.
Yo.
What Big Mom tried to be, Whitebeard was Big Dad. All right, so we're gonna call him Big Dad from now on.
Big Daddy. We playing on.
So Big Daddy over here. He obviously knew in the same way they knew about Ace, but it didn't matter to him. It was all about, listen, you're not your father. You can live your own life. And we know that Whitebeard did not like, neither did Garp. The funny thing is the two people that raised Ace did not like the fact that Ace badmouthed Roger because they held a lot of respect for Roger. So they did not like Ace's attitude towards his father. But they also did not try to supplement or like try to skew his vision. They were like, you're your own man, you're your own guy, you do you. So I feel like Whitebeard did the same thing for Teach, and it just never worked out.
Yeah.
Like we have that parallel. He did it for literally his rival's son, and his rival's son, one worked out, one didn't.
That's totally fair.
It doesn't mean the treatment failed. It means that the same treatment doesn't work for everybody. It's actually a great parallel when you consider that Whitebeard took on both of them,
Yeah.
and one betrayed him, one loved him.
And gave him nothing but loyalty. And like we said earlier, it makes the fight with Ace and Blackbeard have a bit more of a thematic, more symbolic meaning to it behind it because their fathers also were rivals in a way and fought. And you could say Roger won against Xebec, but Ace lost against Teach, which I find interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't know that actually Rox died.
I think
That's the
I mean,
thing.
it was
he's
someone
dead.
said Sengoku said he was dead, but
I mean,
Yeah,
that's only
he's
one
listed as deceased.
translation, though. I mean, I'm not saying that he's alive. I'm not one of those dudes who like, oh, I have 1% nugget. I'm just saying that like we don't actually know if Rox died. I assume he died, but you know, it's one of those things. It's like comic book characters. Show me the body of the Joker before Batman hangs up his cowl. I'm just saying, you know.
What are you, Graver? How do you feel about like Loki thus far, the character of Loki and whatnot? I'm interested in knowing how you feel about
Loki in what regard? Sorry.
just like in general. Like I'm a fan. I became a fan. I saw one panel and said, yeah, he's him.
Yeah, no,
I started thinking writing off one panel. He tied to the tree, talking to Luffy.
Okay,
I said, oh
so-
no, he's him.
All right, no, I like Loki from the get go. Like I was indifferent towards him. Like I didn't hate him, I didn't love him, sort of idea, right?
Okay.
And he had a great design. He has a fantastic design.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
I actually like his
Great
colors
design.
too, all things considered.
Yeah, no. People were complaining about like the purple hair, and I'm like,
like
this
it.
is One Piece. I'm like, bitch, please. I'm like, if anything's the most representative LGBT, it's fucking One Piece. For God's sakes, colors for days, you know. But I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't give a fuck. Like the One Piece I will accept. The one place, sorry, I will accept. These multicolored hair people are in One Piece, and I was like, yeah, fuck, purple. I roll with it. But it wasn't until this story, like I was like, all right, Loki, yeah, he's powerful, obviously, blah blah. He fought with Shanks, blah blah. It wasn't until the latest 2 chapters I was like, yeah, I empathize with this motherfucker. No,
his mom.
all he wanted was a hug from his mother, and his mother was the worst fucking mother in 30 years of One Piece, almost 30 fucking years of One Piece, and I can honestly say, without question, this is the worst mother I've ever seen in fucking
If you
One Piece.
make me look at Big Mom and be like, perhaps I was too harsh on your mothering. you are a fucked up individual, okay? I definitely was like, you know what, Big Mom wasn't so bad. That's exactly what I thought to myself.
Yeah, but at least Big Mom would hold her kids when they were born.
Big Mom actually raised her kids. This one threw the baby by looking at it for 5 seconds. Big Mom treated Pudding like shit, treated her children like shit, and will kill them on a drop of a hat. At least she was a goddamn mother for 5 seconds. Mother Caramel was a human trafficker and at least gave the kids a birthday party. This bitch literally went off and said, fuck it, Demon Eyes, drop into hell. The underworld, without question. Got up. Do you know? I mean, I've never been, I've been to the hospital and stuff. I've seen women after giving birth. This bitch got up 5 seconds after giving birth, pissing and shitting herself, and just delivering a life. Got up and chose to walk to the edge of the earth and drop off a baby. No question.
No
Worst
hesitation.
fucking human being in One Piece.
And was mad that he lived.
And was mad that he lived. And all he wanted was mother's love. By the way, I have big words for Harold on this shit.
Come.
I do not like
hear it.
Harold.
Oh, talk to me.
I do not like this man. I do not. All right, I understand it. I understand, but I don't like it. In the same way that the question posed, and I'm going to answer my own question here, guys. But is Dragon a good person? Right out of the gate, you could say yes or no, depending on the context of the question. Is Dragon a good father? Fuck no. But is he doing, by not being a good father, is he pouring all his energy into ending slavery, which you could argue for the greater good? Yes. So is Dragon a good person? It's not a black and white issue. To Luffy, well, we know that Luffy doesn't give a shit, but to other children, that might be a factor. That might have fucked them up. So the fact of the matter is, Dragon is not necessarily a black and white character as a result. And in the same way, Harold fucked up by trying to revolutionize Elbath, by trying to make the human connection and stuff. He ignored where he should have been at home with his family. I'm not saying Harold's a bad person or a bad king or a bad parent, but you can't have, when you only have 2 feet, you can't put your foot into 3 ponds. It doesn't work that way, right?
You were saying he's probably a bad dad, but a good king. Would you say that's fair? Or a decent king?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I'll say it was a decent king, because he did still make mistakes, as we know. He still made minor mistakes, but he, once again, it's very difficult, and I don't begrudge him this situation. I'd probably fuck up the same in his position. I'm just saying that generally he's not an all-around perfect guy, because instead of staying at home being like, all right, Hiruden, you and fucking Loki, you guys got to get along. Here's your stepmom. Your other mom died, but whatever. If he had left Loki with Ida, maybe things would have been different. But he wasn't home to fucking do it. And now that we've all assumed the time dilation, the hyperbolic time chamber is Elbath, all of a sudden, now we have, if he goes away for 6 months, it's 3 fucking years. So Hiruden, Harold can't leave for that long. He should know better. Mm-hmm. And the fact that the guards were defending this psycho bitch the whole time, like, what's with the eye bandages? What was the scars? Our king. We do not know. Eye disease. All right, fine, dandy. Yeah, not a good dad. Not a good dad whatsoever. And this is why Loki turned out the way he did. And all Loki wanted to do, and as we saw at the end of the last chapter, literally threw himself off the cliff this time as a child, because it's just like, I don't like it here. I don't know how to express myself, because he had given up on love, and now the poor bastard, Jesus Christ, you got to feel the empathy. And what I love about the end of the chapter was, Rox is a badass, blah, blah, blah. He's Blackbeard's dad. What the fuck ever, you're dead. Roger and Garp beat your ass. But Whitebeard, before even being the Rock's first mate, Whitebeard showed up. I don't give a fuck that he's a giant. Kid, why are you crying? You okay? Whitebeard being a father immediately. Whitebeard not giving a shit where they were, not giving a shit what Rox was saying. Just go, kid, why are you crying? You okay? I'm like, Whitebeard. Whitebeard,
shout out to Dad for real.
I was so fucking happy at that, and I'm like, yeah. I don't know why Loki thinks Rox is the shit when Whitebeard was the only fucking person to give a shit about Loki in his childhood.
I have it here, right? Because so what you're saying reminds me of the conversation Loki and Luffy had about you want to see red hair that badly. He said, I guess I can understand. That's what happens when you look up to a pirate in your youth. He's like, you know the feeling? So yeah, I do. You regret that you were just a kid, and then after you see him there, take me with you. And Xebec is like, I didn't come all the way taking a brat like you. Don't make me repeat myself. And then he's like, I'll challenge you. He's like, what? You seriously pulled a blade on a kid? Shut up, Newgate. This nigga said I was born in the wrong era.
We saw that one too and stuff. Now, Whitebeard once again, and remember, now
it's crazy to be like, yo, I love this pirate who stabbed me. That's crazy. He's not normal.
Yeah, exactly. But what I find interesting about that is now we know that this Shiki and Stussy and Whitebeard were all there traveling with Rox before the formation of the actual Rox pirates.
So let me ask you the same question I posed to them. You might look at it, you might have to categorize it differently, and maybe it's just like a second in command, but could you argue for the time the Rox pirates was forming and formed that Whitebeard was the second hand, like the right hand, so to speak?
Whitebeard was obviously the first mate. Like, who the fuck is not gonna who is gonna be stepped up against Whitebeard? Kaido was a child. Big Mom was younger, and Big Mom's great and all, and especially back then. I mean, hubbada. But there's no we know nothing about Silver Axe, Wang Ji, any of the other notable names. Shiki might have been bitching, but I mean, Whitebeard wasn't gonna take seriously. It's Garp, Whitebeard, Roger. Like, sorry, that's the trio. You want to stack somebody up against them, I'm willing to hear the argument, but I mean, if I'm forming a crew,
I'm thinking Rocks, Whitebeard, Cheeky in that order for the time being.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
If you want to say that the wings of the
The
Rockspires were
future
Shiki and
quote
Whitebeard,
unquote king of the world.
yeah. If you want to give it Zoro's position or Rayleigh's position to Whitebeard, and you want to give like Sanji or Gabon's to Shiki, and once again, Shiki probably had the same opinion that Sanji and Gabon did, that they were just as good or better than Rayleigh or Zoro. But we know what the pecking order is. It goes 1, 2, 3, and it's always been that way. It's fine. Like, you can love all the characters, but at the end of the day, yeah, no. Whitebeard was not third in command on any crew. I'm sorry.
Can I ask you guys a question?
That makes no fucking sense.
Do you guys look at Whitebeard differently because he started off as under somebody else, or that doesn't affect you how you look at him at all? I did see a couple of tweets being like, "Bro, this guy was like, yo, Whitebeard's not as raw as Roger because Roger just kind of like was a captain from the jump." Like, I did see a few. They were dumb, like, you know, those dumb Twitter tweets. Like, I'm not trying to take it too seriously, but like I wonder, like, do you respect it more if you went from like, okay, maybe I was the second best player on my team, still won rings, and then eventually became the best player in my team and won the rings, or you were winning rings as the best player of your team from the jump, if that makes sense.
No,
I don't want to say Kobe because I don't think Kobe was carried by Shaq, but that's the best example I have off my head immediately.
I was going to use that.
It depends on the attitude. So, like, if Whitebeard was always going around like he's the shit or whatever. But like, there was a point in his life where he wasn't one, and I'm looking at him. But Whitebeard been the same dude his whole life.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Like,
he just be chilling.
Yeah. To kind of add to that, it's like, if his goal was like you're talking shit, and his goal was like, you know, like he had this grand goal. I mean, like, I would have been like, I might have looked at him differently. Like, if his goal was like to be the king of the pirates or the king of the world, like this huge thing. And then you started on the thing, I'd be like, okay, I'd kind of look at different, but like his whole goal his whole life was just to have a family. It doesn't matter where he starts for that. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter.
I agree with both of you, because at the end of the day, using Naya's sports analogy, at the end of the day, if two players make it to the NBA, one did it on a scholarship and one did it by working up through fucking hardship and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, one sounds like a better Hollywood movie to make or a documentary, but if both players are working their asses off and they're both in the gym at 5 and leave the gym at 5, neither one is better than the other in that regard as far as dedication to the game, dedication to the sport. So I'm going to argue that, listen, somebody might have had better privileges, better opportunities, etc., but that's life. Like, I'm not going to say that all of a sudden, you know, oh my God, Brooke had a worse backstory, so he deserves more spotlight than Robin. Like, that makes no fucking sense. Like, they both suffered tragedy. What are we doing now? Comparing tragedies? Like, it's just ridiculous. If everyone is dedicated to working towards, the fact is, all the Straw Hats, for example, and using One Piece, all the Straw Hats are dedicated to making Luffy king of the fucking pirates. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how tragic or where they came from to do it. They all want to do it. Jinbei joined last. Does that mean that his dedication should be valued less than Nami's? Absolutely not. That would be ridiculous. You know?
That's fair.
So I'm sitting there saying, yeah, 100% Whitebeard deserves every bit of credit that he's owed.
Pat, you might appreciate this, but real quick, Sage said Whitebeard's goals were two things: getting a family and making money for his home place. We've seen that the old flashback in Marineford, where he was part of some random crew early in his career. He probably started alone, but then tried seeing where he can find a family by joining a crew. That makes sense to me. I will just say this: to me, you become a legend. You become a legend no matter what, as long as you get to the mountaintop. Whether that means you started as a nobody, you came out of college, out of high school, you were the 7th best player and worked your way up in the 8th year to the best player. I see it similarly the way that I remember having conversations back when the New World kind of like started. is it better to go straight to the new world and get your lumpings and like get better and improving by losing, or taking 2 years to train and then tackle the new world? Where I said, to me, this is akin to playing a fighting game online. You can go online and just learn through the grind, get your ass beat. Oh, but now I know that works. Oh, don't do this. Oh, this is not safe on block. And by just losing online, you get better and you become nice. Or you could be me. I'm not going online to like lab my combos, know my spacing, know everything that the character could really do. Okay, this move is not really unsafe, but I might throw it out every once in a while, and then I go online. Where I don't think one is better than the other. They're just different methods. So that's kind of how I see it.
Just to add to your like whole basketball analogy, I think it would be like Roger or people like Roger Xebec. They're like trying to be the greatest of all time. They're trying to get those championships, those MVPs. While Whitebeard goes something more like, yo, I want to go win a championship with my hometown team. It's nowhere like
okay.
It's nowhere like at that like, oh, this like the greatest of all time. But
I like that. That's sort of
I like
like
that,
I got that Lakers loyalty, and if I'm gonna have only 4 rings, not 6, I'd rather have 4 with the Lakers than 6 without them. You know, I like that. I like that analogy. Yeah.
So do I. That makes sense to me. He probably.
And to me, the same idea is. Do you think that, like, to go off on Naya's point about getting to the top of the mountain, is Michael Jordan not the best just because? And once again, all right, we're gonna have that argument, whatever. But
I think everyone in here thinks Jordan is the best, but I can't speak for the chat.
Yeah, but
Yeah, here we go.
If he comes from the ghetto, or if he comes from a fucking rich family, does that change his fucking ability and talent on the court?
That's
Absolutely not, and I'm not gonna fucking argue that at any point. I don't care where you come from; it's how you build yourself up, and anybody can build himself up. We see this in football, especially all the time, in basketball, and in hockey. We see it all the time as sports fans. Naya and I are both very big sports fans, so we know we've seen people from fucking homeless shelters build themselves up to be the best, and we've also seen people from scholarships not be the best. So it's like, yeah. Like, no, it's all about your dedication and your drive to do it. Whitebeard had the drive. Roger had the drive. They all had the drive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They accomplished, like, Whitebeard accomplished his goal. Even though all his commanders were sitting there like, ace.
And you know what?
I'm going to make Whitebeard king of the pirates. And Whitebeard's like, no, you're not.
reminds me of me in a way of how I play certain games that I play. Where it's like I'm trying to win, but I'm gonna do it by focusing on me and winning by myself. So I'll give you 3 examples. I'm not a malicious Mario Kart player. I don't just hit people. I just try to pass everybody by driving. I don't care about using item play to pass you or anything of the sort. I just use them for defense. Even if you hit me, I don't go, oh, I'm gonna get you back. It's like, whatever. Mario Party's another one. Everybody's like, you stole a star from me. You don't do any games for me. I don't get into the petty arguments. I don't. Focus on me. Win the mini games. Like I'm not worried about none of that. You took a star from me, it's okay, I'll get it back. I'll get a bonus star and all kind of stuff. And there's like a West Indian Caribbean game called Ludi. It's kind of
play like me, man.
Yeah, it's kind of like Sorry, but people get into the little they're like, oh, you took me out, you did this that, and like I don't worry about anybody. I just try to focus on me and win the way that I want to win, and I feel like Whitebeard is similar that way. Like, yeah, like I don't really care about being king of the pirates or whatever. Like, bro, I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm free. And that freedom aspect, I do think, is an important part because I think one of the interesting things about like a Teach and like a Xebec, it seems that they try to keep their freedom and or reach the top of the world by subjugating others, putting them down. And it's not necessarily saying you're forcing them into slavery, but you're removing their ability to live the way they want to live. Whereas someone like Luffy and Roger are more adventurers, free-loving people who don't want to put anyone down. As a matter of fact, you could call them, or Luffy, liberators. Like, I'll come to your island, you guys were oppressed, and by the time I left, you were free, or at least freer than you were before I got here.
Pat, didn't you bring that up before? You brought up the fact that Luffy's been a liberator many times when we've talked.
Oh yeah, that's his MO. Him, and then he's gonna free you.
Yeah, his job. Luffy and Roger are from that same vein, so that's the inherited will. Once again, this whole idea, like people are mad about the whole, Xebec is Blackbeard's dad, so it's all in the lineage. It's like, no, because Luffy didn't get this from Dragon or Garp. He got it from Shanks. Shanks inherited it from Roger. That's 3 different bloodlines.
Yeah.
Totally separate. They're all
Gotcha.
awesome, but it's 3 separate bloodlines that led to Luffy. Not the. It's still inherited will. That does not destroy the story, and I can't stand when people do that.
They're
I
not
mean,
listening. They're not listening.
yeah.
You're not reading.
I want to talk about that Roger and Luffy thing because there is like some similarities, but there's some differences. Y'all seen the SBS that dropped, and we said that Roger had a torture in his.
Yes, I did see
Yeah,
that. Some of his.
yeah.
Let me.
We know that from Squardo though. Fucking 20 years ago, we know that like Roger literally eliminated. We just saw Shanks do it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, but we
Luffy,
didn't know he had a like dedicated torturer, like somebody that just the whole role is to torture somebody.
Yeah.
Like that's different than being able to think. That just like that's crazy, man. Like he didn't have a cook, but he had somebody to torture people, man.
That's why he died early. Because he
I mean,
had scurvy because nobody was making healthy, balanced meals.
Hey, man, the old generation said demon time more important than their health, man. Like
I'm just saying that once again, they're pirates. You know, like would you honestly be mad if Roger decided to take his torturer to a celestial dragon?
I mean, I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I'd be like, fucking, all right, Liam Neeson, fucking do your job. I'd be happy with it. Well, yeah, like I'm going take him with this. I'm like, you took my daughter. Fuck you. All bets are off. And I'd be like, yeah, dude, I will have a beer with you. I will buy you the beer. I'll buy you the whole fucking bar. Like, good for you. Like,
Yeah,
so he might be labeled torturer, but how did Roger use him? Once again, like, if it's against the celestial dragon, I'm sitting there like, fuck, I'll buy him a beer.
I mean, he probably used it
if it's
against
against
regular
innocent,
pirates
I
as
understand
well.
your point.
Like, I can't believe that man would just not like have a dedicate for such a dragon. Speaking of
Well,
that,
no, once again, like, here's the deal: is that torturer, but at the same, see, torturer is
yeah. I
kinda-
mean, I'm not like saying it's a bad thing or anything. You don't have to like defend him because I know the like.
and I'm not trying to say, oh, there's a translation error or anything like that. I'm just saying that, like, in general, it's like, well, you could argue that, you could make the argument that Zoro's a goddamn torturer. I mean, he literally like made Monet piss her pants with a fucking non-hockey slash, and like you could argue that was a torturous move. He literally psychologically tortured her.
That shit was funny.
Millet Pine. It was the interrogator.
Yeah.
So navigator, tactical officer, doctor, helmsman, interrogator / torturer, scholar, informant, intelligence officer, gunner, shipwright, musician.
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, intelligence officer. So once again, was able, basically, was willing to. The way that reads is was able to stab someone in the hand to say, "Hey, I need information. Fucking give it to me." And like, Zoro, you don't think Zoro would do that? You don't think Zoro would show up to someone and be like, "Hey, I will literally cut your hand off if you don't fucking tell me right now."
He's too busy working out.
Here's what I want to say. First of all, Sage is killing me. He says, "This is why Garp had to get rid of these criminals off the street." My gut was right. They probably called bro torture, but all he did was catch and butcher meat for meals, no chef. That's why Roger died. I'll say this: I think that generation is one of those generations like they were cut from a little bit of a different cloth and were willing to go a little bit further and do a little bit more devious, underhanded, if not evil things, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what your morality compass looks like, to like succeed and like get over. Like they weren't as like Luffy. I think has cultivated a crew that's not into doing stuff like that. Like I'll lock Caribou in a barrel, but like nigga, if I was on that ship and Caribou's under, I'm kicking him in the ocean. That's the first thing I'm doing.
And we know that Roger literally got rid of Squardo's crew because that's why he's pissed at Whitebeard. That's the whole Marine Corps.
Yeah.
And so
like
Roger literally
did
do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
He's kind of like more and more. Besides the torture thing, which is kind of funny, it's interesting that like if you look at his crew, it seems like Roger was more calculated than you think, because he got things like the information thing, like was it like he had an information officer, a intelligence officer, like he was like had all these positions of
He
gathering
was less
information.
naive than Luffy. See, Luffy's just out there for the grand adventure. And Roger was setting out to do something in the world.
Yeah, Roger had an actual plan of what he was going to do, and he knew what he needed to get to do it.
I mean, if anybody is that naive to think that Roger, Rayleigh, Whitebeard, none of them killed anybody in their day, you're out to fucking lunch, and I can't help you. You know, like they obviously killed people. Their kill count is in the double digits. You know, Roger killed people.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Hit the final blow on Xebec, hey man.
But Lizard is
Yeah.
actually one of the big reasons that I started to look at Roger in a different light. Because I like the way one time I was doing a stream and you kind of described how him fighting the One Piece almost seems like he defied destiny doing that. Even though he was still 20 years too early because there's no Shida Hoshi, etc., etc., etc. Where like, I think Roger's so interesting to me because in a way I feel like I think I agree with that. Where it's like I almost feel like he defied the natural fate and order of the world by, because like you said, Roger to me, as much as I get like Oda's trying to have a lot of parallels with Luffy and Roger and whatnot, I actually would argue at this point I think they're more different than similar. There's commonality and overlap, no questions about that. But Roger to me was a lot more strategic and tactical, just generally speaking. He's like, bro, I'm telling you, there's a fucking island here. I know there is. I be reading this shit. Bro, give me 1 year with the samurai. One, please.
Yeah.
I know there's some shit here. Like, Luffy just like, I delegate. I got people for that. I beat ass and eat. And party after I liberate the island.
Roger was a lot more intelligent
Yes.
than Luffy.
But I like that.
yeah.
I like that.
That's okay.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
okay though.
And
Yeah,
on the chef
They
thing,
both have the same,
on the chef thing, real
happy-go-lucky
quick.
nature.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say they both have the same happy-go-lucky nature, but like Roger was always intentional, like everything that he. But Luffy is kind of like he has very good luck, where he stumbles upon the right person that he needs.
Yeah, no. What Roger did was Roger would tactically, he'd be like, we're going to this island. He'd get on the island and have a blast on the island. Luffy is, I don't care what island we land on, I'm going to have fun no matter what. That's
Yeah,
the difference. Is
exactly.
that Roger would show up to any island and be like, it's a party. But Roger knew which islands he needed to go to. Roger had a goal. Luffy's goal is so arbitrary that it doesn't matter where he ends up. Roger had a line, and he went, that's where I'm going.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes people forget this, and I know Oda never really emphasized it ever again, but one of the big reasons why the Straw Hats wanted to cook is because when they ran into, I think it was Johnny and Yusaku, I don't remember which one, but one of them had scurvy because they had a lack of vitamin C. And part of the reason they wanted the chef was like, we need to make sure we're getting the right minerals and vitamins and all kind of shit in our body. Just a quick thought.
Yeah, because leading to that nigga, he's gonna be eating meat all fucking day.
Yeah, that's part of the reason which I love, which Nami has the tangerine farm on the Thousand Sun.
Give that
Like,
man
it's-
a vegetable. Oh my god, Luffy, you can't just eat meat, bro. You're such an ape. You can't just eat chicken, beef, and animals that were once alive that are dead, bro.
But once again, we see what I like about this is that we potentially could have seen, now not saying that Mihawk didn't train Zoro, for example, but it's good that in previous chapters that Gabon is calling Zoro out, being like,
I like that.
you're an emperor now. Wait a minute. You're like, what, regardless what he said to Sanji, which is, Sanji fans doing their Sanji fan thing, but Gabon is sitting there saying, listen, Zoro, what the fuck? You are slacking. And Zoro's like, wait, what? I am? He's like, yeah, you fucking are. Luffy's an emperor. You should be me or Rayleigh. And you're not. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I think he was more mad that Zoro was using Conqueror's Haki without understanding he was using. He's like,
Yeah, and that's
he's
the
like, I
thing,
have
it's been
Conqueror's
seeping
Haki,
out of him this
and
whole
Luffy's
time.
like,
But
bro, it's been leaking off you. Like, are you
Yeah,
are
but-
you
and-
stupid?
but
No,
people are
anytime Luffy
even
makes
saying-
makes a face like, are you dumb? You should feel offended.
Yeah, but people are acknowledging, like, wait a minute now, it couldn't have been that strong because otherwise, like, members of the crew would have been falling over the whole time. So it's literally like leaking off of him, like in like a 1% drip, you know. But he's been letting it leak the entire time. So it's like, what if he like brings it up and focuses? His power is gonna go fucking nuts, and it's like, okay, that's cool and everything, and I, like, as a Zoro fan, I'm there for it. But Gabon was right to call him out, and it's just like, dude, you, like, Kaido called you out, I'm calling you out. Jesus Christ, you are literally the first mate. You are Rayleigh scared off Blackbeard. If you can't scare off Blackbeard, then what the fuck good are you? You know, like, get fucking better. And now Zoro's like,
he's basically almost telling Zoro what Zoro told Luffy and Punk Hazard, like, yo, take this seriously. This is the new world, and like, yo, you guys are.
it's almost like Michael Jordan telling Kobe, "You got to beat me, or you're not gonna beat me. Fucking get on my level."
You could wear the shoes, but you could wear the shoes, but you could never fill them. Kobe was
Yeah, there we go.
seething for
Original
2
quote.
weeks and dropped 55 on his head top. Happy retirement.
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah, and well, but hey,
Stop
had
playing with
Michael
Kobe's
not
name, you
said-
bitch ass niggas. Stop it.
No, had Michael not said that to him, would he have done it? You know what I mean? That pushed him. That's my point. You need to push.
I'm similar to them, where it's like I come to games or like, and I show up and I want to play and win and do my best. But sometimes if you give me a extra personal motivation, I'm going to embarrass you. Like I understand that. I understand that. I get that.
Mike,
I'm a little
100%, 'cause Mike and
psychotic
Kobe were
like
brothers.
that. Like, what the
They
fuck
loved
did you
each
just say
other,
to me?
so-
Like, oh,
Yep.
we cast, so you can't go left. I can't go left. All right, and I'll go left the rest of the game.
And we know from all the videos and all the interviews and stuff that Kobe and Michael had a very brotherly bond and stuff. But Michael was on the court. He was a demon, and he was like, "No, I'm not giving you any flack. Like, I'm here to win and shit." And you know, if Kobe could get one up on him, he got one up on him. But had Michael not been like that, would Kobe be as good as he was? You know what I mean? So it's the same idea of sit down. It's no different than Mihawk did the same thing to Zoro. Gabon's now doing the same thing. Rayleigh did the same thing to Luffy. And it's like, you know, experience is one thing, but we're going to take you to the fucking cleaners before you fucking learn. You know?
And those guys, you know, they saw the truth of the world. They traveled. They circumvented the globe. They did it all. You know, like, they know.
Yeah.
And I do like that. He like, yo, I know that they're healing and seem immortal. They're not. Like, he cut it on me like, they're not immortal. Trust me. You guys have Conquer Hockey users, but I'm like, oh wait, is it only Conqueror's Hockey users that can like actually stop them from healing? That's interesting.
Which actually does bother me. I don't know if it bothers you guys.
It does
really
a little
bothers-
bit from the
Because
standpoint.
it means
Now it
that
limits
we
other
just
people who may not have Conquerors, where like
Yeah,
you can't
we just
circumvent
inter-
certain things. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the problem with this to me, and I brought this up in my reviews, is that we just introduced, what are the God's Knights, 12 people? We introduced a dozen new characters that we'd never known for 25 fucking years, who apparently, unless you're a 1 in a billion people who have Conqueror's Hockey, you're fucked against. So Jinbei, Robin, Sanji, all our powerhouses in the Straw Hat Crew, Brook with his awesomeness, irrelevant. And I'm like, wait a minute. So if Crocodile doesn't have Conquerors, he's fucked against the God's Knight. I don't buy that shit. And I don't buy that Dofi does have Conquerors, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't buy that all these superpowered Aokiji. If Aokiji doesn't have Conquerors, all of a sudden Aokiji's shit? No, I do not buy that there are 12 people that cannot be defeated without having Conquerors Hockey. I don't buy that shit.
Well, 17.
So,
I think
not like that.
a lot of people are jumping the gun. They think it's just like, as far as their immortality goes, Conqueror's Hockey is like. I'm sure there's other ways.
I'm sure you can capture them. Like, they have devil fruit, so if you
That's what I'm
if you
hoping
tied
that
them up in
Gabon
Kaido
is-
Seki, they'd be weakened and can't move and stuff, or throw them in the ocean.
But I'm hoping that Gabon was going to introduce something like that, because Chopper obviously went, okay, Gabon could do something, and that's why he jumped down with him, because Chopper was like, come on, you got to explain to me. What's the difference? Because he didn't kill what's his name?
Summers.
But he didn't kill him. He just all of a sudden couldn't heal as fast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, wait a minute.
Almost
All
actually
right,
looks like he wasn't healing. Maybe you're right. It was slow, but it looked like when Emu came and power and used Emu's power through Gunko, it's almost like he can supercharge them faster with Emu's own ability. Where it's like I can help you heal even faster if I'm kind of quote unquote in the vicinity.
Yeah, so there's definitely something going on there. I just don't like the idea, and that's what I've been bringing up. Is like, if Conquer's Hockey is the answer, I don't like that. I want there, like Pat said, I want there to be another avenue. I want there to be another answer. I don't like introducing 12 people. This feels like fairy tale level shit. By the way, there's a continent that you've never heard of that is just being introduced because we need to up the power scaling. Like, no, don't do that. You know? Like, only Conquerors Hockey people, so we're gonna eliminate 9 fucking members of the Straw Hats as being irrelevant in any future battles. Like, I don't like.
I mean,
we'll see how it plays out. I'm with you though. Like when I saw that, I'm like, does that mean they can only be harmed or really stopped if you have Conqueror's Hockey? I don't know how I feel about that. I like that you could still get to the top of the One Piece verse and not be a conqueror, even if you do something like, I don't want to say Queen's at the top of the verse, but Queen is obviously not a conqueror. But Queen used cybernetics and robotics to kind of enhance himself, to kind of give himself a little extra edge and buff, even stealing Germatech. King had his Lunarian DNA and things like that worked with him with the little fire shit and the speed and the defense. We're like, okay, I kind of like that. Like, while I kind of agree with what Kaido says, hockey is probably the best thing. Roger brought the world to heal just with conquerors. I still like the idea if I had incredible observation, maybe a great devil fruit with great devil fruit ability, good combat ability, plus armament, I could still rise to the top. You know what I mean? So.
yeah. Hey man. Street saying if it was Xebec at Fuchsia Village and all Shanks, he would just let Luffy drown.
Probably. Probably.
He might drown himself. He'd be like, "You're running too slow."
He's gonna be like, "Hey, Brad, I got 2 questions, yeah, and I only want to hear yes for both of them. Did they insult me? Did you beat their ass?" And if Luffy failed to beat their ass, he was like, "Then what good are you? Fuck away from me."
That man, who was it? That Bandit just steals him, and Xebec just goes back to drinking. He's like, "Fuck it, that's not my problem." But I also want to say though, I don't think the whole wings parallel is a real thing for Xebec and Shiki and them, because I think the whole point of the wings are they're there to lift up the captain to higher heights. They're there to make him soar even higher. And I don't think that follows for either Shiki or Whitebeard. I don't think their goals were ever to because we know from all throughout One Piece that Zoro and Sanji will put their goals to the side if that means making Luffy's goal come true.
Listen,
And
Sanji put his goal to the side to see the mermaid princess. Nah, keep going. I'm fucking around. Keep going.
Hey man, yeah, I can't even come back.
He said all blue or Yiddy, big Yiddy. I choose the Yiddy. Go ahead.
Hey man, but yeah, it's I just don't see that with the Whitebeard or Shiki, because I don't think they were where we've seen everything we've seen. It's obvious that they're never gonna put Rock's goal over their goal. Like, his goal is not more important than them. Their whole purpose isn't to uplift them to a higher height. They just happen to be in the same crew. So yeah, I just don't believe that wing parallel to be
I agree with you, Lizard. I think that Wings of the Pirate shit has been really out of context. That's meant for crews where the people actually like each other.
I feel like it.
People actually want to put their lives on the line for each other.
I mean,
Yeah,
I just feel like it's meant for Roger and Luffy's crew. They'll be the current and future pirate kings.
Yeah, and
I agree.
the big thing about the whole Wings of the Pirate King thing is that it's once again, it's not even an epithet. It's just something that someone said to make it sound fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, it's just like you don't necessarily need to make that shit. You know, like when Garp said that Kobe was the future of the Marines, it doesn't mean that Kobe is necessarily the only fucking admiral, like worthy candidate to be an admiral. Like we have other fucking characters in the Marines, you know what I mean? Like Garp has his hopes on Kobe, but it doesn't mean that like there's all right, well, Kobe's gonna do it, so none of us we can all quit tomorrow.
I mean, that's what Garp thing.
Everybody else quit. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking stupid. So I do agree with the whole idea that the Wings of the Pirate King has been taken to this stupid level in the community, and it's just like, you know, because I would argue that it'd be Zoro and Nami, personally, not even Jinbei. I would argue it'd be Nami because Nami's the one who fucking actually runs the crew. So
Yeah.
I would argue it would be Zoro and Nami are the Wings of the Pirate King. So
It's definitely Sanji. I hear you say, but it's definitely Sanji because
it's not.
No. I understand why
Yeah.
it's Sanji. I'm just saying, like, I could make the argument that Nami runs 50% of the crew. She's more vital to the crew than half of the fucking crew. So, you know.
I mean, by that
What does
logic,
Zoro do? Zoro is literally just the first mate to keep everyone else in line, and Luffy's an idiot. So realistically, it'd be Sanji, Nami, and fucking Jinbei are the most important, or Chopper are the most important members of the crew. They don't really need Luffy and Zoro. Really, get the fuck out of here, you know?
hey man, really, like Nami be keeping the crew in check more than Zoro. Zoro just be working out.
Zoro
He
works
don't-
out.
Yeah,
Zoro
them every
Gets
time.
lost,
my point is,
lifts weights.
Zoro only
Drinks
keeps the
sake.
crew in line when shit gets real. Like
Yeah.
Nami's the comedy relief character and stuff like that. But when shit goes down and it's an actual issue, that's when Zoro steps up. And he's only had to do it like twice in the fucking series. But still, when shit goes down, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. I have a say here. And I noticed one thing. Sanji, I love Sanji because he respects Zoro's position. Like most of the time they're at each other's throats, but the times that it's actually happened, Sanji has never like spoken out against Zoro for Zoro like going, all right, I got the first mate badge on. Now I'm gonna tell the crew what to do. Sanji never goes against him.
He actually tends to agree. He's like, I'm this stupid green-haired
Yeah,
bastard
because
might be
he's
a
like,
stupid
no, I
green-haired
respect
bastard, but
the
he's
king.
right. Right is right.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, he's a Mosshead, blah blah blah. But this is Zoro's job, and I respect him for it. And
As a
he's
side note, sorry, real quick.
facts.
Side note, it absolutely killed me when they're like, oh, this is Scopper Gaban. Like, what? You got Roger's crew? They're like, yeah, he's like the third strongest. I think I woke up and said I was second.
Yeah, true.
I said he was not letting that slide, bro. Like I came out of consciousness to be like, nah. I was number two.
He said, I don't care if I'm about to die. I was not that nigga really.
That's what I love because they're making such an obvious parallel between Zoro and Sanji, and I fucking love it. And I love that Sanji immediately now becomes Scopper's best friend. He's like, hey, I got conquerors, right? He's like so fucking happy.
You fucking Germa.
Yeah.
That shit was so funny, bro. He said, no, I was second.
That was like Zoro being wrapped up when Sanji was like running around Wano, and he'd wake up just to make snappy, snide comments at him and go back to sleep. That's what it reminded me of.
Man is literally dying, and he's like, no, I was number two.
That nigga said,
fuck Rayleigh.
Chopper, take care of this mosshead.
To be fair to Chopper, he probably is stronger than Rayleigh currently, only because he's been in Elbaf, while Rayleigh has freely admitted in multiple chapters on multiple occasions, I have not fought or fucking trained or done fuck all. I've been literally gambling and drinking for 20 years. Scopper has been on Elbaf killing monsters from the underworld of Elbaf. Scopper's likely if it was 99 to 90, Scopper pushed past, in their old age. He's probably the stronger of the two old men.
I find that interesting.
I agree with that.
You're not the
I
first
agree
person to
with
say that to me. Whereas, like, growing up and through the majority of their prime, it was Rayleigh, but in their off prime, Rayleigh fell off more. Like, it's kind of like if you see certain NBA players. Like, I almost want to say like Michael Beasley going at players 1-on-1, where it's like, "Are you in shape? You talk a lot." Like, like in our off prime, I'm better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hate that take. I don't hate it at all. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I don't dislike. I think it's fine. I'm totally okay with that.
When Rayleigh was introduced, he was. Now, the circumstances behind it, we do not know. But, like, if he was in his prime, he doesn't.
Yeah, like Prime Rayleigh is definitely number 2. But he admits multiple times he fell off. So it's like, did Scopper fell off? He admits that there's no
his
evidence that he
probably
says he
wasn't
did.
as steep because he kept doing a few things and conquering.
And he's been
conquering
traveling.
mountains,
We saw
conquering
that.
mountains to eat. You know what I'm saying?
He went to see Crocus and all this shit. So we know the man's been traveling and shit, and obviously he's got no issues. Once again, I don't think Rayleigh could go at any line of the Grand Line and be totally fine. I'm not saying that. But at the same time, like, Rayleigh himself has admitted on multiple occasions, like, he's fighting Kizaru and he's like, well, I wish I could fight a warlord and you at the same time, but I'm getting rusty. And it's like, holy shit, this dude was awesome back in the day. But he admits, like, I cannot fight a warlord and an admiral at the same time anymore. I can't do that shit anymore. Would Scopper? Maybe. We don't know. But at the end point is that they were very heavily close. And now I think Scopper as an old man is probably stronger than Rayleigh as an old man. But, I mean, it's probably only slight. But still, they were probably relative. So, like, who would be mad at that anyways?
I am totally with you.
Oh, speaking of Scopper, because it just reminded I wanted to talk about saw it in my head as well. There was something about it. But, like, you know how earlier in the flashback, Shanks came to visit Scopper for a quick minute, and they were having a conversation.
Hold on.
Shanks was getting
hold on,
wrong.
That's 2 arm shanks. That's different. I'm talking. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going. I missed it.
But yes, he was getting the timeline of his events wrong. So, like, that brought up this theory that I was thinking about. Like, do you think the perception time on Elbaf is faster than in the outside world?
I feel like Reaver kind of mentioned that a little bit, like 3 months, could be like 3 years. Like, it does seem that way, doesn't it? In a weird way.
Yeah, no. Elbaf is a hyperbolic time chamber until otherwise proven. That shit, like, even I've been, of course, I'm always keeping up with teching stuff, and he even made a whole video about it, that 3 months equals 3 years, and he went through all 1,000 chapters, and it makes total sense from Dorian Bragi's perspective on Little Garden, from all the time skips we've had, from Shanks' remarks and everything like that. So basically, it's a 3 year, so 1 year equals 3 years. That's what we are led to believe in Elbaf. 3 years is one. That's why everything seems so weird to Gabon. That's why he is actually technically older yet younger at the same time than Rayleigh and stuff like that. Like, it's all fucked up. But I'm going off on that. It's a hyperbolic time chamber.
That's really interesting. Because, like, the Straw Hats has been on Elbaf for what, a week?
Not even.
Not even
Couple
for
days.
like 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah, 3-4 days. Yeah.
And so
Because they showed up there on the rocks thing. Let's say that was a day. Then when they were finally discovered, let's say that was a day. They had a party. That was another day. And now they're into this shit. That's another day. So 4 or 5 days. And now they're into this shit. 5 days. Yeah, about a week-ish.
Yeah, so when they go back to the outside world after the week, shit is going to be so much different.
Hold on.
Well, it's why people say when Emu came down, is like, the Holy Land's on fire. And
Oh
we're
yeah,
like, "Wait,
yes, he
what?"
did say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, when did this shit just go down? Because we just left and it was totally fine, you know. So like things are speeding up while you're in Elbath, and once again, the note from not Armstrong, well, whoever was basically like, don't linger in Elbath too long, because once again, time dilation works different on Elbath. And it
Oh, there
also
was that
explains why
that author. What
Harold
was his
was
name?
gone
Something
for
Artur.
five fucking minutes, and Loki was born, and fucking all his shit went down.
Mm-hmm. There was
You
a
know,
the narration of some writer, Lewis something, that said, "Don't." Yeah, I remember reading that actually. That's a good point.
yeah. Lewis something said, "Don't linger in Elbath too long." And now we've had all these instances of people forgetting the time. Shanks, Gabon, fucking the Giants, Harold, you know, everyone, Emu coming down like the Holy Land's on fucking fire, people. What the fuck are we still doing here? And they transported there via the demon Full Metal Alchemist circle. So
Bro,
it's like, wait a
I'm
minute
not gonna lie
now.
to you. That shit was scary. Even with your
Yeah, yeah, not gonna lie.
that literally converted the demons into a demon army. And then he was like, Summers, get the fuck up.
He was fucking. He was disgusted. Like, sorry, my lord, sorry. Oh my god, this copper fucked me up. Oh god.
And he started killing him. He was like, is this the best that your technique can do, bro?
The fact that he took over Gunko, and the fact that Gunko apparently remembers Brooke and stuff, that shit is weird too.
So much we don't know.
I know.
How is he still Oda?
Still got it, man. He still got it.
Yeah,
By the way,
I think
Sage, that's hilarious. By the way, I'm not mad at your agenda. I'm really not. Sage said that Streets, me, said saying Blackbeard's scared of Ray, being he has Roger Pirate PTSD from Roger beating rocks ingrained in his bloodline, like how the demons in Kinetsu no Yaiba fear the memories of Yoruichi. I said that's hilarious.
Generational trauma.
It's okay. My agenda is that the real leader of Cross Guild is Crocodile. I'm not mad at it.
Hey,
and I'm
man.
rounding up his bounty to
sure
2 billion. Yeah, I'm rounding it up. It's 2 billion, bitch. Tell me no.
Sure ain't that painter, man. It for sure ain't that painter. We
Summers.
I think
Scott Summers. Okay.
I think the whole what's it called? The time thing from I think I mentioned before maybe, but I think on a meta level, I think it gives the way for Oda to like have these other factions get strong, like have them get stronger and do the other things while Luffy and them are chilling. Because there's some factions like the big one that comes to mind is Sword. Like Sword is way weaker than everybody. If like they stay here for a month, but like 3 months pass in the real world or something like that, let's just say. When they come out
for events and power dynamics to shift. You're right. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, lets them to get the stronger without having to wait and do other shit. So it's an easy way to do that, which I like. Yeah.
That is true. I like that.
Like for all you know, they leave Elbath and it's like, what's going on? Smoker, you will finally rise after a decade.
Well, a lot of people are
bring
thinking
back my boy
that,
Smoker, the White Chaser.
well, a lot of people are thinking that this will be the opportunity.
Does that mean he likes white girls?
Once this shit goes down, that
milk merchant.
Gabon will train like Zoro, Sanji, Luffy, or whoever, like some members in hockey, and then they'll go out into the world, and they'll be it'll once again it'll be like the Cell Saga, hyperbolic time chamber sort of idea, just to make them a little more buff to go against the rest of the world. But once again, if time dilation is working against them, then it's not exactly a hyperbolic time chamber. It's more of a, okay, we spent a month in here, but it was 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is good. This is detrimental. So I don't know how that's going to work, but yeah.
But all in all, like I want to say this, right? Like I know for like I guess the last probably like 5 years, Well, whatever. How long? Wano was what, 4 years? Sorry. Like, I know I've been a little hard on One Piece, even a little bit with Elbaf. Egghead. I was like, but I honestly think he's hit really good form and stride since Elbaf was started for real. Again, I don't hate in hindsight. I don't hate Egghead. I think it's like an 8, but at the time I had to wrap my head around certain concepts that I didn't think I loved, but I'm like, I kind of see how they fit in the story well, and I do think my reread of all the big three helped. By the way, just so you, Pat, I just decided that I'm gonna drop the Bleach video around the time that the 1,000 Year Blood War is about to come back. I think it'd be better for the algorithm to pick up, just because I have so many videos in the talk I want to get to, and like I had so much like fervor for it, and it's not that I lost it. It's just that like so many other things were happening that I'm like, I kind of talk about this right now, but I'm like, Bleach video, and I fucking finished it. And I corrupted my file, and I'm like, I don't want to remake it. It's actually like 70% redone, but like I'm just gonna wait until the Bleach.
You were making a
because
Bleach
the algorithm
video?
will, pick it up, because even for the Mario Kart video, because the Mario Kart right now, a lot of people talking about it. I can see the algorithm is picking it up a little bit. So even after me not making a video for 2 fucking months, so I'm gonna just save it.
Bro, that's fine.
Yeah.
Dude, you were making a Bleach video? Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was looking forward to it then. Like, what
No,
the fuck?
I know. I know. It really should have been out like from like May. Just like I was busy, a lot of things happened, and then like I finished it, and then like I transfer it to my like I'll put it down here. My other laptop that's down here, and in doing that, something went wrong. But because the file was so big, I had already deleted it off my fucking computer because I've never had a transfer issue, and I'm like, that's the rookiest of rookie mistakes. You don't delete the backup until at least the video is up, and that's my fault. So.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just excited to hear you talk about Bleach because you had that newfound love for Bleach that it took.
I cooked. I know I cooked, man. I think you're guys
I
gonna
was about
really.
to say,
I think you guys
we
will
were friends
appreciate
a long time, and I was
the
just sitting there
Ryukin and
like, you were
Ishin
always sitting on
section.
Bleach,
I think
so-
you guys will appreciate the most when I go into the fathers.
Oh, Pat, are we about to enjoy a Naya video on fucking Bleach, man?
Listen, I'm about to pull my Gonpa toe out, put on my.
I'm here. I'm here for it, bro.
And tomorrow morning when I wake up, we'll talk about Superman. I have seen it twice now, so we'll talk about it.
Honestly, you should just hold the Bleach video until the last drops. Like right before the last drops.
Superman done.
Yeah, Superman.
Yeah, seriously, until it's perfect and stuff, because I want to hear your honest thoughts, because, you know, Pat and I are sitting here as Bleach lovers, and convincing you to love Bleach it was a combined effort, wasn't it, Pat?
Well, we told people for years it was clearly the second best series in the big three. Clear. Yeah. Like it was so clear of that ninja series. Niggas want to listen. Like you're not reading. There's so much symbolism in here.
You're not reading.
Speak on that. I love it.
You said, "Damn, you all got OP third." Shut up. You know,
the fuck up.
You know that's the king of the mountaintop. It's the mountaintop, you know.
That ninja
I
series
don't know, ain't
was
even in
dead
my
last.
fucking top 30, so we're gonna keep going.
But yeah, man, I'm very happy with One Piece, man. I've very much felt like the old me with enjoying One Piece on a week-to-week basis again. I know I haven't necessarily come in the timeline and speak of it all the time, but like me and Alan and me and Pat in the group chat and stuff, I've exchanged conversations here and there.
Oh no, the timeline is dead for talking.
I agree with you, man, because at the end of the day, I didn't like the Egghead arc, like, almost at all. Like, there were some hype moments, but I didn't like Egghead. And I was like,
I know you and I like Vegapunk. I hate him.
Yeah, oh no, you know, I've already bitched about Vegapunk enough, but I don't like Vegapunk. I didn't like the Egghead stuff, but I was willing to get through it to get to Elbaf. And
on his head, bro.
Yeah, like I'm good with Elbaf so far for the most part. It's been you gave it like an 8, didn't you, 9?
Egghead after rereading it, I gave it an 8. I went from like a 7 to an 8.
No, Elbaf.
Elbaf, I'm probably sitting closer to a 9 right now. I don't really have any
and I'm sitting at a solid 8.
Except the fact that I have to fucking wait a week for a chapter. That's my biggest issue. But that's
I
not
know,
an Elbaf
right?
issue. That's a Shonen Jump weekly manga issue.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sitting at a solid 8 for Elbaf. I give Egghead like a 5 because I couldn't stand Vegapunk and all the bullshit. But I didn't like the tech thing. I didn't like the Back to the Future fucking aesthetic, but I liked Wano better. And then Egghead was just this kind of like, fuck off. Let's go to the next arc. And now that we're in Elbaf, I'm pretty happy. So, you know.
We're in a good place, man.
But everybody has
keep it
their
going.
own, you know.
I wish SIU could tap into this, but I think he's just cooked, bro. He's just cooked. Motherfuckers be like, how come you didn't go to Los Angeles and see him? I'm like, niggas think I care to meet, bro. I don't. I don't give a fuck. Meeting him is not important.
Wait.
If Kurrigan was there, I would have pulled up though.
Yeah, Nyan and I are stuck in poor old Canada.
Yeah. It's okay. My passport
Which,
should
by
be
the way,
here.
you never came to visit this summer. What the fuck?
I know. Things have got crazy, and I lost my job and money and all kind of shit. I just don't have it right now. Bro.
I get that. I've been out of work for 3 months. I don't even know how I'm paying the mortgage next month. So yeah, I get you.
Oh my lord! I feel like everyone's in the same boat in a way. Like that's crazy. They wanted you to hit this and By the way, apparently it's pronounced CU. You're not supposed to say SIU. Apparently it's CU, but
Okay.
no, I'm not calling him that. But anyways,
Hey man,
fuck Tower God.
it's called
One
TOD,
Piece-
not TOG.
Yeah, One Piece. Thank you for coming back the way I need you to come back. I actually need to catch up in the JoJo Lands. I'm like 3 chapters behind too in JoJo Lands, but I'll be back.
New chapter should be dropping soon as well, if it's not on break.
Okay.
And then-
I have to fire up a Baroque's Work episode soon, so we'll get me, Alan, Pat, and if Reaver and Lizard, you guys want to come through, I'm gonna try to get Haku and maybe Jay or like Braga or somebody to come through, and then we'll get it popping. I got a lot of interesting things I want to ask people. Like I actually kind of want to jump back into the One Piece community conversations because I've got a lot to say and a lot of it's positive, and I want to get my thoughts out there into the One Piece sphere. So I gotta get my name back.
As long as we have moved off my God, that stretch of year they won
Remember
all the way until 2022. Fuck. Hey, in hell, literally in hell.
But I also realized not engaging with a lot of these fucking idiots helps me a lot. Like I just kind of ignore a lot of the agenda piece and stuff like that. Shout out to the goats, Anata, Vitra, Yama, Umbrella. I got the Holy Trinity in one chapter. Vitra, Yama, Umbrella. It's an immediate 10, bro. Like, oh, I love Kubera. I love it.
Hey man, agenda piece kind of.
Shout out to Xebec.
So, yeah.
Yo, hold on, real quick. I think that technically speaking, out of the characters we know, I think Joey Boy was the strongest person ever, or at least strongest pirate that ever existed. Is Roger or Xebec second?
Roger.
Hold on, he got jumped.
I'm gonna give it to Roger because he had the title.
All right.
Yeah, I think he's the
Yeah,
pinnacle.
Roger had the title, so.
Now, for my agenda, I'm just gonna say Xebec just because I'm an ass, but I don't really believe it. I'm just being honest. It's because I think it's funny. The same way I'm like, what's the other one I was doing the other day? I'm like, think about it. Shamrock has 2 hands. Therefore, it's not a serious argument. I'm just being stupid. Like if I had a twin that was equivalent in stats, but he had 2 hands and I had 1, I think he'd have the edge.
Nah, I know you're fucking around, but that's what makes Shamrock fucking scary to me. Because I'm like, what if he's just as strong as Shamrock, but he has 2 hands?
And
What
a
the
devil
fuck?
fruit. Well, a weapon devil fruit.
And emu infusions possibly. So
Emu PEDs, like.
yeah. Luffy gonna
He
surpass
looks
them all.
so
MC man,
fucking.
Stimmy hit different.
Oh,
Yep.
oh my God.
Joy Boy's the
Nigga
greatest
got
loser
the
in One Piece when you think
Victorian
about it.
era hair.
Mhm.
Ah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Excited to see Xebec get active, Loki get active. Let's see what's gonna pop off in Elbaf. Let's see what these God Knights have got and everything. I have to mention this. I really like Killingham's design. I like his actual face. I like it. He looks menacing.
Oh, you mean the hybrid form thing where he's got the.
No, not when he looks like an actual Quilin. Like when he showed his actual face, he has the sharp teeth. I thought he looked.
Yeah,
cool.
isn't that his hybrid form though? 'Cause he's
Yeah,
still
but
got
I
the
just meant
horse
like
body.
besides face. I don't remember what form he was.
Yeah.
I think it looks good. I like
Fair,
it.
fair, yeah.
I think he looks cool.
No, that
cool
is
in
a sick
Summers.
fucking design.
I think Sharma looks cooler than both, but we're gonna see what's popping off, man. I have a lot of questions about Emu and was it Othello or what's the game called again?
Yeah, it's based off Othello or Reversi. Reversi is the
Here we go.
Japanese
Yeah,
name.
yeah. I think that Luffy's gonna be able to return some of the giants back based on like placing people on the board certain ways. So I'm not trying to see Dorian Brogy on this demonic whatever. But I did throw this out. Now this is the last thing I really have to say. Um, I do think the Straw Hats or the good guys are the protagonists have a I don't say easy win condition, but a condition that could really help them a lot. And I don't know that Bonnie can use it on multiple people, but if you de-age Scopper Gaban and or Ja Rule, you got two extremely competent fighters right on your side immediately. Because I don't think Ja Rule is weak; he's just old, right? Talking about
Yeah.
I like older women who stop slapping.
Yeah, you take
head,
you end up de-aging fucking Gabon and Jarl. I mean, we're in for a bad time for anybody going up against that. You know, like literally when Elbaf happened and the Gods Knights were attacking, I was like, they're gonna have to nerf literally Zoro, Luffy, Gabon, Jarl. They're gonna have to nerf so many characters to not just walk up like fucking it's Arlong Park because they're gonna die.
Yep. He said, but Oda was reading some Black Clover for real. I don't even know what's happening on Black Clover. Is that not done? Did that end? Am I tripping?
No, Black Clover. It's on hiatus. The mangaka got really sick,
Shoot, my fault.
so it's happening like
rest
periodically.
Up, Ibata, that's his name. I don't remember his name. Rest up.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty good right now, but yeah.
I haven't read it since Noel used Valkyrie dress for the first time. I don't.
Yo, catch up, Niall. Catch up.
Oh, yo, same. I haven't read it since then either.
How about
I
no?
don't even
It
dislike
actually
it.
gets better. I thought it would get worse. It gets better. Unlike My Hero Academia, it actually gets better.
Yo, catch
I
up.
don't even think Black Clover sucks or anything. It's just the pacing is just too quick. Like they don't sit down and chill for us. Just we're done fighting.
Yeah.
Now we're fighting again. What the fuck?
Yeah, I agree. Black Clover doesn't have enough. It's trying to be. You know why? And I think that's probably pressure from Shonen Jump. They're just trying to, hey, action, action, action. The new big three. You know what I mean?
That was the
So.
first series of my entire life where I was like, oh, it's much fighting going.
Yeah, we can sit
I
down
would
and chill.
say
That's
that.
why the anime people argue about the anime, but the anime has so many sit down episodes. I'm like, this is actually better than the manga for once. I'm like, thank God we
Yeah,
have
like,
an episode where they're sitting at a table eating dinner. I'm like, thank Christ.
the problem is that Studio Pura doesn't give a fuck about the Black Clover anime, so I can't
True,
enjoy it.
true.
Like the openings are fire, but like content in the episodes, I was watching that shit. I was like, bro, this looks like a middle schooler drew this.
Isn't it always something?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Pura only cares about two series to begin with Yu Yu Hakusho and Bleach.
Yeah. Or then you have the thing that everyone pretends to love because it's animated, JJK. And everyone.
JJK is done by.
Juju Papa Doodoo.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, I actually paid money to go see JJK Zero in theaters and stuff like that, man. And I will admit it was really good, up until but the shit has the bad parts haven't been animated, so I can't say shit. But trust me, the manga is absolutely dreadful.
Well, I mean, JJK to me is not a bad series. The fans are just annoying as fuck, and they haven't seen anything, so they think it's the best shit ever.
If you finished the manga,
well, yeah, I finished it.
Okay, then you know how bad that writing was, right?
Well, I mean, it's not nothing new, bro. Like Jump series almost always fizzle out.
Literally, Yuha could have. I would read the Bleach ending, the last 5 chapters of Bleach, 100 times for a year before I would ever read JJK again. Yeah, I would read the Naruto final war with Kaguya showing up. I would read the Boo thing. I would read any shonen ending that's considered bad. I would reread those for the rest of my life before I would ever reread JJK. That was the worst fucking written thing I've ever read in my life.
That's crazy.
Ever.
I don't know. The fourth Shinobi War was pretty
I'm
awesome.
so indifferent on JJK. I'm just
sorry,
indifferent.
Pat,
I'm indifferent.
I'm sorry. Let me just ask you this. I have another disarming vow to give you.
Okay.
Okay, and now that I've said that, all your opinions don't matter because now there's another disarming vow that your opinions do matter. And by the way, if you speak, I'm going to give you another disarming vow that means that your opinions are valid again. I'm just going to keep doing this for the rest of fucking a year. Shonen Jump. Jesus Christ, man, you can't. Or what was it called? Not disarming vow, whatever they're called.
Binding?
Binding vow, yeah. Sakuna kept just doing binding vow. Oh, by the way, we defeated the main villain. Binding vow. Okay, well that makes no fucking sense. All right, but you know what? Binding vow. Now it does make sense. All right, well now we have another reason against that. All right, binding vow.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't understand JJK enough to really get into the minutiae of the writing.
It's literally
it just stopped moving me.
Hunter x Hunter. It's trying to be smart and end system, and it's just fucking stupid.
It just stopped moving me after like the Shibuya arc because Mahito was to me the best antagonist in the series, and
it was a good series.
I think the one moment I enjoyed a lot post Mahito was Hikari versus what's the lightning guy's name again?
Kashimo.
That fight was fire when it's immortality and them going at it. But aside from that, I think Gojo versus Sukuna Maguna was cool, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
A lot of people dropped
better.
it during the Culling games, and even though the Culling games finally ended up being basically irrelevant, I wasn't dropping it during the Culling games. I liked the Culling games, and I liked everything that was going on there. It wasn't until basically we reached that point. No different, Nia. Do you remember when we were reading Seven Deadly Sins, chapter 300 dropped, and I said, no, this body snatcher shit is crap. Everyone was like, no, give it a chance. Yeah, chapter 300 from Seven Deadly Sins on was shit. You know? And now, 3 years later, well, now, I don't know how many years later, everyone's saying, oh no, it was terrible from chapter 300. I was like, you mean what I said 5 fucking years ago?
I feel like most people say it starts to get a shift when the Mael reveal happens, but I'm with you. Like, it just...
The Mael reveal
it lost me
though, because it was foreshadowed. It was set up really well. It just didn't land as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
I heard Knights of the Apocalypse was not bad. I heard it's not bad. I heard good things about it. I've already
Yeah.
I watched it.
Oh, what were you asking me, Gruber?
I was saying, where do you read Seven Deadly Sins, right?
Yeah.
So where do you think it actually dropped off? Like not anime writing wise.
No, the anime is awful. I would say it started to lose me with when Merlin was doing fucking playing Pokemon against Zeldris guards and shit.
You guys know, how mad that made me. I was so angry at that chapter. I was so angry. Like, so they're
I mean, Naya and I were in the Boar's Hat podcast during that, and we did not like that either. Though, to be fair, there was my boy Escanor still kicking ass, and Naya's boy Zeldris was doing Ominous Nebula, so we couldn't be that mad.
I know. I was dick riding bad.
We can't be that mad.
My ass was so out, bro.
Ominous Nebula. It was like, all right.
Like, oh, I beat all the brothers. Like, I don't know what that finger poke, bro. I was talking so much shit. I was capping like shit.
And the best part about that was like your boy was kicking off, and my boy was like, all right, 2 of you brothers have stood against me and failed. You think you're the next? Boom, finger, and just like he's like, I'm gonna get the set, and it's just like fuck. So even though Pat's not wrong, the writing was getting kind of shit by then. There were so many hype moments for the best characters that it didn't fucking matter for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I was only getting mad because like Zeldris was using Ominous Nebula, and then I was okay. This looks like it's gonna be a devastating attack. And then this fucking the what's the name of the manga for Seven Deadly Sins again?
The what?
Marlon.
The what? Sorry.
The mangaka. What's his name?
No,
Nakaba.
Nakaba.
Yo, yes, Nakaba, he over there having Zelda's drawn, and then he's practically fucking standing still, and it's like, it was a devastating attack. Okay, well, can you fucking draw it?
What you
What are
mean?
you
Your
doing
eyes just
here?
couldn't perceive
He
the
did draw it.
speed in which the blade.
No, that shit was making me angry. I'm like, dog, there's no fucking
Oh,
way
but
he
it's
saw
cool
me
when
still.
Goku does it against the fucking Space Australia and Bertha, fastest in the universe. No, I'm kidding. I'm talking shit. 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 I'm talking shit.
Australian. Oh, I'm right, fucked, aren't I? Right in the down under.
Oh, my space soda. We get it. You're from space.
My
Oh.
space Sonic meal.
All right, y'all. Before my girlfriend karate chops me in the neck, I'm gonna wrap this up because she wants to say goodnight to me. Appreciate you guys coming through. I gotta stream more. I've been bad this summer. I won't lie to you. I haven't been around. I stream One Piece. I mean, I stream Tower God, Kuber, and I did. But like, I have to take my camera with me and start streaming outside because I'd be outside these days. But I had fun, man. I had fun talking about One Piece. We definitely have to get the second episode of the Baroque's Works broadcast going. Talk about some interesting things. I gotta see Xebec and Loki get active. I'm very happy about what I'm seeing in One Piece right now. Tomorrow morning I'll have a Superman discussion. I'm gonna have a non-spoiler section and then I'll have a spoiler section where I'll talk about everything. So just general thoughts. I'm more positive than I am negative. But a lot of that has to do with my own personal comic book knowledge. There's a lot I can follow without you needing to explain, but I find if you don't, I find like my girlfriend didn't actually know a lot of the general things about the Superman mythos, so she was a little bit lost with like, oh, he's like already Superman? Like I thought like this was the first movie. I'm like, I guess we're skipping the part where Krypton blew up and stuff like that, where I thought he should at least paid a little bit of lip service to it, but we'll leave it at that. But I have issues. I somewhat see a vision. I don't really remember what James Gunn is doing or trying to do. I don't think he's the one to be ahead, but I don't hate the movie. I didn't hate it. So, oh, Mr. Terrific cooked. Absolutely, he cooked. But shout out to the T-Spheres. But all right, y'all. Y'all be safe. Say bye to the people.
You're Roger better than Xebec. You're
One Piece to go.
I agree with that. Roger better than Zebek. Let's
Crocodile over everybody. Goodbye.